Welcome to the Play It By Ear podcast. The podcast where the topics may vary because, hey, we play it by ear. And now your hosts, Eric Fiskus, Brady Liming, and Todd Griffin.
Episode 202 and a half. I think that's what I've come to what I'm going to call this. So this is round two. Tried last night, had some technical difficulties. We are kind of back on the platform we were on a little while ago.
It looks the way that it's always been. Comfortable.
Comfy.
Yeah. I hated losing the other overlay because I liked it. Yeah, it had a lot of information on it, but anyway. Guess we come back to what works. Hopefully this works. But anyway.
Anywho,
Savannah's with us.
hello, Savannah.
Savannah.
Hey, I saw. Now that's interesting. I saw it over there, and I saw it over there. Did you guys see that?
Well, I clicked
saw
show on stream.
Oh, yeah. I see what you mean.
Right, and I see it beyond that. I see it three places.
3 places?
Well, I saw.
That's cool.
Well, yeah, there's.
I'll wait till the next person speaks, and I'll let you know what I see. I don't remember that before.
Yeah. Well,
That's cool. Hope everybody's staying warm.
kind of hard to do right now. I ventured out for the first time today since Saturday, really.
Yeah.
Main roads are not too bad, although there was some drifting. I really wasn't on any main roads. I was on about a half a mile of 68, but other than that, I guess 138 in front of my house is not bad, if you call that a main road. But went back roads to Mount Orb. There's some drifting over, but that probably gets a little worse.
Yeah, a lot of drifting in my end. I as well. This is the first time that I've left the house since Saturday Eve. And I did the old, my driveway is short and flat. So I just did the back and forth thing, making a path.
You know what they say about driveways? Short and flat's where it's at.
That's right.
Long and thin will get you in the garage. But short and flat's where it's at.
Is that what they say?
What they say.
That's what they say.
About driveways, people.
Yeah.
I haven't left the house. I'm the only one of the three who I haven't left the house yet. So I actually don't know I could get out of my house right now. I don't know I can get out of my garage into my driveway.
Yeah.
But hopefully by the time I have to go back to work, it'll be gone. But I've had a few people send me pictures today where the roads look pretty bad, back roads, and then apparently 73 was just terrible today. I saw a post by Clinton County, something or another, that talked about how they were busy pulling cars out of the ditches and things like that and dealing with wrecks on 73, which 73 drifts terribly.
Is that right? I mean, I didn't realize it was that bad.
Yeah. I mean, 73 is a bad road when it's
that's
perfect
true.
out. So, but yeah. But can I go on my rant? I know that the historian wants to hear it. Can I go on my yearly rant, please, about snow days?
Please do.
All right. I say this every year, multiple times a year.
He does.
But if I didn't have to read it so many times every year, I wouldn't have to say this. But if you graduated anytime in the mid-90s, like I did, and you lived anywhere around here like I did, please stop getting on social media and saying that they didn't shut stuff down when you were in school and they didn't have snow days when you were in school. Because either you have a terrible memory, and that's not good, or you're lying, and that's even worse. Because they damn sure did have snow days when we were in school. As a matter of fact, I don't think there's been an uptick in them at all. It just depends on the winter. I share this every year that I remember twice. Maybe it was towards the end of maybe my senior year, if not both my junior and my senior, but I remember being out an entire week for snow. So it happened. So again, guys, we get the whole story our dads used to tell us and our grandpas used to tell us about walking uphill both ways and stuff. And they might have had a point, but if you graduated in 95 or beyond that, you had snow days. So
well, here's the thing. If you look at the record daily snowfalls in Cincinnati, the highest of any one day occurred in 1994. 18 inches,
You sure it wasn't 98?
1994.
Because I remember a big snow in 98. 'Cause I was
Well, there was
working,
there was
I was
one there
working in Northern
too.
Kentucky.
That was probably number 2 or 3, but the number
Yeah.
1 was 1994.
Do you remember
So-
when it was? Like what month? Because
Uh,
I swear one time we had like several days off in a row because of snow, and I thought it was April, but I could be wrong about that.
I don't remember being off in it. The latest I remember being off for snow is in March.
March.
Anyway,
I remember.
I
I remember coming home from
people-
spring break from Ohio State for spring break, and it's snowing 2 inches, and then 2 or 3 inches. Then it was gone like a day later because it went back into the 50s.
Yeah, and I don't know why people feel the need to do that. I mean, I don't trust me. I don't call people out. I don't get on Facebook and like reply to the comments and stuff. But I see people I graduated with saying it. It's like, no, come on now.
You sat beside me. None of us
Yes,
were
right.
there.
Right. Well, and the only thing I might say has changed, and Eric, you can speak to this. Well, you both can, but maybe we had to make up more back then than we do now, only because of
Yes.
the transition to. I mean, Eric, you want to explain how all that goes? Actually, somebody sent me today. Dayton Public Schools sent out like on their social media like information to the parent to anybody about like snow days or whatever, like versus when we have to make them up and all that. It was actually very interesting. I'll send it to you guys. But
So, without getting too far into the weeds here, but now we are measured by hours for an elementary school, which is considered K-6. You have to put in 910 hours a year. And then if you're 712, you have to put in 1,001 hours in a year. So that's how that's calculated. Most elementary schools can probably miss 25 to 30 days and not have to make
Dang.
anything up. Technically, now what you run into is, and again, not getting too far into the weeds, teachers and staff are employed based upon days,
right.
not hours. So sometimes staff have to work days where students are not in school, even though the students don't have to make it up. The staff do have to be there because they're getting paid to do that
Right.
work. So
Right. So the makeup system has changed for students,
yes,
which, people can have an opinion about that, I guess, but I don't know why people feel they have to lie. You can be tough and talk tough without making up things about how you had to stay out in the cold for 3 hours and wait for the bus and
You got frostbit
right.
each digit there and back.
I have that off my shoulders. The historian, it's his favorite time of the year, he says. It never gets old. In historian, if people would stop, I wouldn't have to keep doing this.
yeah, well,
It's like the Incredible Hulk. If people wouldn't make him mad, he wouldn't turn green and rip his britches.
rip his britches.
Right.
So psychologists call that recency bias. So
Yeah.
whatever that's worth.
So that brings up a little. Actually, we could have a little talk about that. What do you guys think, and our audience think? Do you think people do it because they just lie and they want to, or do you think they forget? Do
Well,
you
I think they forget. I
Or-
don't
or-
think they
I think they forget.
outwardly lie.
or is it a combination?
They probably are holding on to that one memory where we should have had a snow day but didn't, and they were
Yeah.
disappointed, and that's what sticks in their head. There was a foot on the snow ground, and it was 5 below zero. We still had to go all the time. There might have been once, and it might have been you might have been devastated, but that's what you remember. That's my theory.
Now, don't get me wrong. We know the episode where I revealed the days of the frozen dog turd fights waiting for the school buses. So I mean, we did have to stand out in the cold, and it was. I mean, the feces was frozen, so that tells you how cold it was.
So the only real memory I have of extended time off had to do not with weather, but a levee. Failure.
Levy Field.
Back in 1979, I believe it was, when Brady and I were in third grade, I think it was.
Really?
You sure it was not? It was third, right?
Yep.
So back in the day when school levies failed, they just shut the school down. Like, we don't have any money, so the school is shut down. Nowadays, they make you borrow from a fund and pay it back with interest. but we were shut down for a levee failure. I
Do
can't
you know
remember how long it was. Brady, do you remember how long it was?
I can't tell you how long it was, but I clearly remember the 7 or 8 Saturdays that we had to go and why that's burned into my head.
That is why it's burned in my head. The devastation of being a third grader, and back in the day, and I keep using that term, you could see some limited cartoonage on Channel 19, but the true lineup of cartoons was on Saturday morning. And the fact that you had to get up to school and leave while that was going on was
And you
traumatic.
missed it all.
Right.
Yes, missed it all.
I
You didn't
went on
have to
my
miss
rant. Go ahead, Todd. Sorry.
You didn't have to miss the Great Space Coaster, though. I remember watching
Well,
that on school mornings.
Yeah, I mean, kinda, yeah. I had to leave before it was over, though. I don't remember watching it all.
The thing that devastated me most, and I've said this on here before, when we had to go Saturdays, was right before there was the vicious attack of Abdul the Butcher on Chief Wahoo McDaniel at the hands of Roddy Piper, and I didn't get to see that storyline play out,
Mm,
and I was so upset. And then when the 6 weeks is over, it had resolved, and I never did. It took me. It wasn't until the days of YouTube where I finally watched all the ones I missed,
Yeah.
and my life became full circle.
I'm the same way. I don't remember, but oddly enough, I do remember anytime I was sick and home, what I watched, and I watched The Price is Right
Oh yeah,
with my mama.
oh yeah.
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 Man, it seemed like it was on for hours. I mean, like it's, but I'm looking back, it was probably only a half hour. Was it an hour?
90 minutes, wasn't it?
Was it 90 minutes? I mean, it seemed like-
No.
Was it? Was it an hour?
No.
Okay.
It started out as a half hour, went to an hour in the like 77, 78 range. So, Todd, in your case, it was probably an hour long. If you
It's probably
remember
why
that.
it's probably why it seemed to last a
Ms.
while.
Griffith in the house.
It seems like it went straight up to the soap operas.
Yes.
It did.
Well,
But that was before. But then you had your Phil Donahues and your Sally Jesse Raphaels and your, those came about.
see, now I remember the
Right.
morning times when I didn't miss much school being sick or whatever. I've always been one. I guess my illnesses have been catastrophic when I get them, but when I would stay home or even in the summer, it would be like game shows all morning.
Carrot Cherks and
Match Game,
Match
Price is
Game
Right.
and $10,000 Pyramid,
Yeah.
Pressure Luck.
Pressure Luck. Yeah.
Sale of the Century.
Yeah. Those. Yeah. You're right. So did the talk shows take over for those? Because is that what happened?
It was a little bit of soap operas and a little bit of talk shows.
So they made the soap operas creep in a little earlier in the day,
Yes.
and then the talk shows filled that gap. So
Yeah.
that's what happened.
Yep.
We were once a proper country. What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. Started our ruination right there.
Right.
So I wonder, Brady, you bring up the wrestling storyline there. How is it that whoever watches soap operas, I mean, people that have jobs, like before the days you could just stream whatever. And can you stream soap operas on these different streaming services? I assume you
I believe
can.
so.
I don't look for them. I assume you can, but
I assume. Can I ask an ignorant question? How many soap operas are left?
Oh,
I don't
It's
even
like-
know.
do we have
One
anyone who?
Life to Live, Days of Our
Surely
Lives, As
somebody-
the World Turns.
Surely somebody listening can chime in there. But what do we remember? The classics: Guiding Light,
Yes.
As the World Turns,
Yes. Days
One
of Our
Life
Lives.
to Live.
One Life to Live, Days of Our Lives,
General Hospital.
General Hospital. Yep.
Now, when I was out for those weeks in 4th grade, when they thought I had rheumatic fever, there was that one called Capital.
Yes.
It was a DC based one.
I
Yeah.
probably would have liked that now in hindsight. Much like Eric, I'm guessing we probably would have liked General Hospital better than the rest of them since we like
Yeah.
medical based dramas.
Rick Springfield was on General
Right.
Hospital.
Yep.
And John Stamos.
Really? All My Children. Did we
Yes,
say that
All My
one?
Children.
I think
No, we didn't.
Okay.
I don't think
Which
we did.
one was Yak Wagner on?
I think it was All My Children.
Because Michael Damian too. There was a whole slew
Oh.
of soap opera
Right.
turned singers.
Yeah, Young and Restless. Yeah, Jamie.
There we go.
Janie.
Young and the
There we
Restless.
go.
Yes.
There we go. There we go.
The only one that really made an impression on me, even as a Ute, The Edge of Night, because it had the Cincinnati skyline on the
I
intro.
forgot about the
daytime soap?
Edge of Night.
Yes, The Edge of Night.
So were all of these on simultaneously? Like how could have they was how were there enough hours in the day to have all these on? Because they were on every day, right? They weren't like it wasn't like
Yeah,
only some were on
It was
Tuesdays
every
and
network.
Thursdays.
I mean, some of them started out as radio, like soap operas, and transferred to TV.
Yeah.
And when they were on the radio, they were only 15 minutes long.
Savannah says
Do you-
that she knows that The Young and the Restless and The Bold and the Beautiful are
The
still on.
Bold and the Beautiful.
Yeah.
That was a Johnny Come Lately one too. That and Capital. Was there one called Santa Barbara?
There was one called Santa
Yeah.
Barbara.
What or was it a night when I should have taken a picture. Brady was frozen. You should have seen it. Was he frozen on yours, Eric?
Yeah.
Did he have a big fish face going for about 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Carp face or pucker
Wait.
face, like
Got to cut out that mud vein. That's good eating.
One of Celia's college professors was on All My Children.
There
wow.
you go.
Must-
Did we say
must
One
not
Life
have-
to Live? We said One Life to Live, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you had to, I would put the evening dramas over the daytime soaps all day long.
Oh yeah.
And we've talked about these. You got your Falcon Crest. You got your
Falcon Crest.
Knots Landing,
Dallas.
Dallas. I mean, those were superior. in every way.
Dynasty.
Die nasty.
Dynasty.
So I can't even speak of the daytime soaps because I never watched any of them. I mean, I can't say if they were good or bad or otherwise. But
They didn't seem to be. I mean, I can remember again being home every once in a while, my mom watching them, and me like, you know, I didn't like run out of the room when they were on or anything like that. It seems like they just weren't quite as well made as the.
Well,
But
okay,
but they were daily to where the nighttime soaps were once a week, right?
right.
They
yeah.
had they
Yeah.
had a little more to work with.
In looking back on it, I was probably about 13 when I started noticing this, 12 or 13, if you're catching my drift. But like the ladies on the daytime soap operas were almost too hot. Like, now don't get me wrong, like the Dallas and Falcon Crest and everything, but I just remember being like that they looked almost like models that acted a little bit. Does that make sense?
Tad. Sorry, it does. I want to debate that, but so Tad was your professor at Wilmington. Is that what you said? I remember Tad with Susan Lucci.
Tad the wet sprocket.
Tad the Wat Sprocket. I sound like John Kennedy there. Tad the Wat Sprocket.
It's Fairbairn's favorite band.
Fairbairn his Tad the Wat Sprocket.
That's ridiculous.
That would be. You know, the funny thing is, if you were to start a Todd the Wet Sprocket tribute band, that would be like a perfect name for it. Tad the Wet Sprocket. I don't know. So Brady, I kind of have to disagree, man, because one of my biggest crushes ever was Paige from Knots Landing, Nicolette Sheridan.
Ooh.
Oh, I get
Pretty
that.
solid.
I get that. Don't get me
Solid.
wrong.
Oh, not the Tad
but-
we remember. So there was more than one Tad. There were two Tads.
Two Tads going to war. Another Frankie Goes to Hollywood reference.
Two Nad Tad.
Well, no, I had the hots for Meg Ryan.
Lucy
Meg
on
Ryan
Dallas.
was
Lucy on Dallas.
Lucy on Dallas. Yeah.
Well,
Because she was kind of our age a little bit.
the
or
older
closer.
women on those shows. That they were probably like early 30s, but I mean to us they were older. But I mean Paige's mom was the Phillips lady from Mamas and the Papas.
Yeah. Michelle Phillips.
Michelle Phillips, and then you had who was the main lady in Knots Lane? The main dark
Joan
haired
Van
lady.
Ark.
No, not Joan Van Ark wasn't the main lady, but
I can see her face. What was her name?
Michelle Lee.
Yes.
Michelle Lee. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But Meg Ryan was on As the World Turns before she was, and
Really?
I always thought
Didn't
she
know that.
was pretty
yeah.
smart looking.
Meg Ryan was a thing for me for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anything else on the soap opera thing? We should do you know what we've never done? I don't ever remember doing a soap opera bracket. Like we could do a soap opera bracket sometime, but mix in the evening ones.
Yeah, it would take audience participation
Right.
because I'll like my knowledge of daytime soap operas are pretty much limited to As the World Turns because that was my mom's favorite.
Yeah.
So you said you didn't run out of the room when they came on, Todd. I did run out of the room when they came on.
Really?
I wanted no part. But my love for game shows, I hated soap operas because they took the place of my game
They
shows. So
took the
I
joy.
Yeah.
was not
Hey.
going to.
Did my grandma, and this is true, she really did call them her stories.
I know Staya's grandma does.
Yeah.
Speaking
that
of which,
was a real thing.
can I take a second and just
Yeah, let's give her a shout out.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, absolutely.
So Celia's grandma Lucille Gelter had an epic milestone birthday. It was Sunday actually. She turned 100 years old. Fantastic, and when I say this, I mean it. Still runs around people.
Bravo.
That's and again, there's no embellishment there. No, she runs circles around people half her age. I mean, she still drives.
I'm literally about half her age. She probably could run circles around me.
So it's very impressive. So I wanted to just happy birthday. She doesn't listen to this or anything, but if you know Celia, you might know her grandma. But anyway, 100 years old. I call her the godfather of Russellville.
Russellville Mafia.
We are celebrating
She's the
this.
matron.
We are celebrating. Everyone's invited. We are celebrating this Saturday, this coming Saturday at the Russellville Church of Christ. I believe at 2:00. So if you have ever met Lucille or ever seen her or talked to her, stop in and wish her a happy 100th.
Indeed. Quite the milestone. I'm fairly certain I will not make that.
Oh, yeah.
Pish posh.
All right. So we were kind of talking as to how we were going to move forward from yesterday. Because we kind of went down the pop lists and some other lists but I brought some things in. I just out of my own collection downstairs. Got the zero sugar Pepsi
Pessy do.
Zero sugar Sunkist. And again, my fave of the clear drinks, Starry Zero sugar.
So are you
Maybe
drinking?
it's just a Pepsi thing. Maybe it just puts zero sugar on everything.
Are you drinking all of those right now together?
But no. I've been up here a while. But the last two here are not open yet. Cherry Dr.
Yeah.
Pepper, zero sugar.
There you go.
So some of the ones we talked about yesterday were diet versions of those, but
Right.
again, I equate them in my mind as being fairly the same. All right, is there anything else we wanted to do list-wise as far as what you had? Kind of a mini topic of sorts, or?
Yeah. Give me a second here. We did, so just to review, we did diet sodas ranked. We did.
Do you just want to give the top 5 of each that you went through, or some of them only had 6? So if you want to just kind of run those down, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes, I had somebody reach out to me because they didn't get to hear what number 1 was, and I had to tell them.
So in the Diet Pepsi or Diet Sodas ranked, it was, you scroll down, the top 5 were Diet Pepsi Wild Cherry was number 5. Coca-Cola Zero is number 4. Diet A&W cream soda was number 3. Pepsi Zero was number 2. And Diet Dr. Pepper was number 1.
To me, Coke Zero and Diet Dr. Pepper are the only two that deserve to be in the top 5.
Right.
Yeah.
On the Cracker Barrel appetizers, 6 was the white cheddar cheese bites, which are basically just cheese curds.
Cares.
5, this is the only disagreement we had with this list, the loaded hash brown casserole tots, which we all have had. We had them together, actually, and we all felt that they should be higher. If you've ever eaten the loaded hash brown casserole from Cracker Barrel, they put it in a tot form. They totted it up for you.
Todified.
Number 4 were biscuits, which we thought were I was kind of odd for that to be a side or an appetizer. That's a bread choice. Like you get sourdoughs, biscuits, or
Right.
cornbread.
Dinner rolls.
Dinner
Oh,
rolls.
yeah, they don't.
They don't qualify as appetizers at all because they are brought with a meal.
Right. You don't order. I don't think you order them separately,
No.
unless
no, you
well,
Now, they do
you
come
could.
before the meal at times.
Well,
Well,
and I'm sure.
but you order them with the meal.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
guessing
true.
I'm guessing you don't have to though, Eric. Like, let's just say you wanted a hamburger and you just happen to want some biscuits. I guess you could order it separately. 3 loaded steak fries, 2 country fried pickles, the chips, not the spears. And number 1 were biscuit beignets.
Beignets.
Beignets. I'll get that right. One. Actually, I probably never will because I'll probably never use that word again in my life. There's a reason I'm French.
They're taking French.
So I think that's the only 2 we went over. I have a couple here. We can just knock them off real quick. We don't need to do them all, but I have, you guys pick. I have a Lunchables ranked. I have a Cheez-Its ranked. A Chick-fil-A menu items ranked. A McDonald's menu items ranked. What do you guys think?
Let's do McDonald's.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Crawford Smith, January 28th, 2024, from the website Mashed. Number 6,
Crawford Smith is the list curator here.
right. If you have a problem, contact Crawford.
Crawford Smith.
Number 16, McCrispy.
Crawford.
The McCrispy.
Is that even still around?
I never get it. I don't know.
Is that the Chick-fil-A knockoff?
It is the Chick-fil-A. It's not around
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah, it's still there.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought they had a new chicken sandwich since then.
I thought
It
the
looks-
McCrispy was the Chick-fil-A knockoff with pickles on it.
Do you remember they had because that was going about the Popeyes, the Chick-fil-A. They were battling it out.
Yeah,
There a few years
yeah.
back. Number 15, the McGriddle. McGriddle should not even be on the list.
I love me a
nasty.
McGriddle.
I like McGriddles.
I do like me a McGriddle.
You don't like the sweet and savory mix?
No, not at all. I don't like syrup to touch my other breakfast foods, so I certainly don't want a sopped up syrupy.
Well, see, I'm usually the same way. I do. People that put syrup in like their eggs and stuff, I can't deal. But
And an egg.
but a syrupy tasting pancake, not with the syrup in it. I mean, it's not oozing out of
right,
there.
it's baked into it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I
It works.
had them when they first came out, and you ever eat something so sweet it kind of almost like you know what I'm talking about, like it.
It makes your salivary glands go
Right, that's
"Mm."
what it did to me when I ate it.
Well, I don't want to give away because McGriddle's on the list, but if you really want to live, get one of those McGriddle chickens. It's got a chicken.
Now
on
I
it.
don't. So Wendy's breakfast sandwiches, they have a chicken and it has like a honey butter sauce on it. So I don't mind this. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Number 14, we have a hot and spicy McChicken. I'm not sure that's on the menu still either.
I like the hot and spicy chickens. Welcome to Nick, by the way. Nick Beatty says, "Bring on the
Hello, Nick.
ooze."
Bring on the
Nick, I don't think you've been in here ever. So welcome.
13, hash browns.
plain
Yeah,
old
I
hashed
don't mind. I
browns.
don't mind a hashed brown from McDonald's. I mean, it's good shaped. It's easy to hold. It's easy to stack.
See, now I don't consider those hash browns. I consider those like potato somethings.
Potato cake, like
Uh,
the Arby's potato cake, sort of.
Yeah, but it's not really even that though.
Potato
I-
flat.
That'd be a better name for it, but it's
A
not a
potato
hashed
disc?
brown. A true hashed brown is hashed potatoes. It's like stringy potatoes
Well,
without an exoskeleton.
right. I see what you're saying. There's no shape to hashed browns.
Correct.
They're whatever shape they lay, whatever they're up again on the plate.
They're a
that's the shape
pile.
right.
Yeah.
But these are much easier to eat than regular hash browns.
Agreed. And I like them, but I don't think they're hash browns. But that's just my aside. Go ahead.
They are very oily.
They are.
Number 12.
And you bring up the oil. McDonald's oil has a little bit of a kind of a bitter aftertaste sometimes. You ever notice
It
that?
does.
It does sometimes, yeah. Like it needs to be changed.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's only
I have-
McDonald's.
I've had hash browns at McDonald's before where they have a little bit of freezer burn taste, like they've been in the freezer too long.
I've had that too.
Yeah.
And that's the only item ever at McDonald's that tastes like that. It's only been the hash browns and Arby's potato cakes, which I loved as a youth. And then one of the last ones I got was the same way. So there must be something about potato like absorbing that freezer taste.
Well, how many places though? I mean, can you think of any other place? I mean, were they the first to shape the hash brown to make it into a flat?
Arby's or
Patty?
McDonald's?
I think
McDonald's.
Arby's came first and McDonald's got on the bandwagon.
I thought Arby's were
because-
bites. Is that what you
No,
just
no,
said?
the potato cake, the traditional Arby's potato
Oh.
cake was not limited to breakfast. It was like a fry slab, if you will, because like the McDonald's hash browns have tread on them. The Arby's one is a little bit more smooth.
Yeah,
It's-
is it
it's a
thicker
weird
too?
Distinction. Yeah,
Is it thicker?
I think so, but
Thicker than a
I'm going by
Snicker?
memory here.
Yeah.
Thicker than a Snicker.
Celia asked, "Is a hash brown really so good that it should be on the list?" Well, I mean, it's a 16. I mean, it. You
How
know,
many items are there at McDonald's? I mean,
Right,
it could be much
right.
more than 16.
12 coffee. Now that shouldn't be on a list.
Come on, Crawford.
11.
Coffee on the list.
11 chocolate shake. We talked about this last night. I like a chocolate shake from McDonald's.
And again, they've upped their chocolate shake game with the whipped
Yeah.
creams.
10 filet of fish. Now I have two issues with the filet of fish. Number one, it's gotten smaller and smaller over the years.
Yep.
I mean, it's about the size of a playing card now. I mean, not thick. It's about the size of a deck of
guppy.
cards. It's a deck of
smelt.
cards. Yeah. And second thing, it's getting too fishy.
To fillet it.
Probably because the costs have gone up. They're probably using carp now.
Well,
Filet-o goldfish.
Sharp.
without the mud vein removed. Well, I think the reason why it's more fishy is it's a ratio issue. When it was bigger, I think it had more breading, a little more space between the fish and the breading. Now I think it's just they're touching inside of there, and it's too small, not enough housing.
So, do you all know where the Filet-O-Fish was invented?
No,
Filet-O-Fish was invented in Cincinnati.
really.
What?
A franchisee on the west side of Cincinnati. His Catholic customers needed something to eat on Fridays, so he created the Filet-O-Fish, and it went national.
Yep.
Now,
they had
a
moved
filet of
lot
fish is a good
fish around the
snacker.
Elder campus.
You take you a quarter pounder and you slap a filet of fish on there. It's pretty good surf and turf. Number 9, Oreo McFlurry.
Never done that.
You should try it sometime. Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. We've talked about this before. Lettuce on a filet of fish? Pah.
No.
Who eats
no,
lettuce on a fish sandwich?
no. But all these restaurants have lettuce on their fish sandwiches.
Not me. That's where it goes.
Oh,
right off
exactly.
the fillet and on the
and
on
and
the
you know,
concrete.
and you know the beauty of the app is you can just get that crap right off of there.
Right.
You don't even have to pick it off.
Right. If you haven't spent 20 minutes in the parking lot of McDonald's picking lettuce out of oh crap, tartar sauce,
Oh yeah.
you get done, you have no tartar left. Which I put
Yeah.
ketchup on my fish sandwiches, my breaded fish sandwiches anyway.
Exactly. That is the highest amount of annoyance when the lettuce takes all your sauces off. Now Brady
Right.
doesn't care, but the rest of us normal people like tartar
lettuce-
sauce on our fish.
Yeah. The lettuce and Brady are allies. They're working together to get that thing desauced.
Get that sauce off of it.
Number 9, Oreo McFlurry. I like an Oreo McFlurry. I haven't had one in a while.
I
But
do.
we talked last night about the M&M McFlurries. Number 8, Vanilla Cone.
Like the vanilla cones.
Yeah.
The 2 days a week you can get them. I like them.
Well, what I don't like though is when I'm not eating healthy, they'll give me a cone. There'll be barely any ice cream in it. And then the few times when I'm eating healthy and I order one, and I swear they stack
Like
that
a
thing
Greek
up.
pillar.
Right.
Like
and,
a column.
and I get they're being nice. They're doing it. It's kind of like when I do if you go to UDF and try to get the
Got
fat free shake or
Got the
whatever,
cone
low fat shake.
Keep the ice cream on the cone.
Well, if you get the low fat shake at UDF, it's a certain size that's low fat, and they'll be like, "I put it in the king size for you because it's cheaper right now." And it's like, that's great, but now I have double the shake.
So is that why it's low fat, because it's just a size issue?
No, but it's the calorie that they come up with to make the counts they come up to make that are in that cup. It's a green cup, says low fat on it, right on the side of it.
I've never noticed. I've never.
Number 7, Big Mac.
Ah,
One a year. I eat one a year.
Have not had one since 1987.
and we all know why, I think. Forget
Is
what
that literally
episode
what made
that's
you
on.
stop eating them?
Yes. Can't do it.
What is it about the Big Mac because I find the Big Mac to be a love it or hate it type option.
I think what really got me was I think they call it Big Mac sauce now. It's Thousand Island dressing.
Right.
I think that's what got me.
Well, we have a friend who eats Thousand Island dressing on a salad. He's the only one I know that does.
Ugh. Raunch.
Very raunch.
Reagan loves her some Thousand Island.
Ugh.
I don't mind it. Like Saya makes these like Big Mac salads, and I like them. But just a regular salad, putting Thousand Island, I can't do it.
Where are the Thousand
May I
Islands?
ask? That's what. Thank you. I was getting ready to say, which island archipelago did this come from?
Well, now I gotta look it up.
Number
I'll look it
6, a McDouble.
The McDouble.
Well,
What? McDouble. Is there a McDouble anymore?
Well, I know McDonald's has 2 double cheeseburgers. No, it's Wendy's. Wendy's has a double stack and a double cheeseburger. I forget what the difference is.
Size, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's more
Knowing
than that. I
Wendy's
think one
right
of them
now,
has.
the double stack's about the size of a quarter, and then the other one is about the size of a 50-cent piece.
Well, let's see. While you're looking that up, Eric, I'm going to get on my Wendy's ordering
I've
app here.
I've looked it up, so I'm going to ask you too. Where do you think the Thousand Islands are located?
It's a geography question. I don't have any idea.
What?
Okay.
Take a guess. Where did the
Okay.
Thousand Islands sound like they would be located?
My impulse
Caribbean
is the
somewhere.
South Pacific, but I don't think it is. It's probably someplace like in Europe. But my
Okay.
impulse is the South Pacific someplace, but I bet it's in Europe someplace.
The Thousand Islands are located in the St. Lawrence River, straddling the border between the United States and Canada.
Ah,
This archipelago
Canadian?
Canadian. This archipelago consists of 1,864 islands and lies between New York's North Country and eastern Ontario. The islands extend for about 80 miles from the Prince Edward Peninsula to Brockville, Ontario.
Well,
And that a fine howdy do.
Mm.
I was wrong, guys. Wendy's doesn't have to. Wendy's only has a double stack. It's McDonald's. Let me go to there. They're the ones that have two different.
Well, they have a double quarter pounder, right? And a
Right, but I'm saying like the
double
double, I thought it was Wendy's, but it's McDonald's that has two different double burgers. I want to see the difference in them. So McDonald's has. I should just be able to look at a menu, not have to log in.
well, I don't know why they would call it a double quarter. They should just call it a half pounder with the expectation that you're getting 2 quarter-pound patties. So that way there's no confusion. You could have the quarter pounder or the half pounder.
No, they
So
want once you do the math, double quarter pounder was that
McDonald's has a McDouble and a double cheeseburger. The double cheeseburger has 440 calories. The McDouble has 390, so there's a 50 calorie difference. The double cheeseburger has 2 pieces of cheese on it, at least.
So it's the cheese.
It is the cheese. That's the difference.
One piece versus 2. Is that what it is?
Hang on,
That's
man. I'm going
lame.
to customize. So mustard, keep track of this. All the things Brady hates: mustard, ketchup, diced onion, pickle, American
Buffalo vomit.
cheese, beef, salt, and regular bun. That's a double cheese. That's the double cheeseburger. The McDouble has mustard, ketchup, diced onion, pickle, American cheese, beef, salt, and regular bun. So it literally is
It's the one piece of cheese.
it's the piece of cheese, I think.
That's a psyop right there.
That's ridiculous. What did it cost? They must have done the math. Are there enough people that buy one or the other that it behooves them to have packaging for both?
And couldn't you just say I want a McDouble with 2 pieces of cheese?
You probably could customize that, couldn't you?
Yeah. Well, on the app, you definitely can. Get this. Well, the McDouble is $3.29. The double cheeseburger is $3.39. 10 cents for that extra piece of cheese.
But if you put the extra piece of cheese on the McDouble, it's going to cost you
It'll be
more
50.
than
Yeah.
the double cheeseburger.
That's true. See, you pointed that
It's
out.
a
They do have
psyop.
another one. They have a daily double too.
A daily double? What's a daily double?
I've seen
That
it.
means it's cooked today and not yesterday.
Let's see. The daily double. Here we go. The daily double. Mayonnaise, American cheese, slivered onion, shredded lettuce, Roma tomato, diced onion, beef, salt, and regular. So basically, lettuce, tomato, and mayo is the difference.
Got it.
So I think I would like a daily double without the lettuce.
Yeah. But, when I'm eating McDonald's, I'm driving, and I can't have tomatoes on my sandwich when I'm driving.
It does
'cause they
make things a bit slippery.
inevitably end up on my clothing.
Yeah.
Nick asked a very good question here. What about the pink meat paste on the list of ingredients?
Well, they're not going to announce that. They hide that.
I think they're not allowed to use it anymore. I think it's gone.
Yeah, I think so too. All right. Let me get back down to where we were. We were on number 5. 5 fries. McDonald's does have some good fries.
They do.
Indeed. Who has the best fries?
That's another segment right there.
Mhm.
I think we've
We
talked
should
about
save
that.
that for attorney.
I think McDonald's, a lot of times people pick them as having the best fries, but I'm more of a spicy curly or waffle or something that has the spiciness to it.
Okay, straight up fries, not curly, not seasoned, straight up French fry. Who has the best?
McDonald's.
I would say Burger King.
See, those are crinkle. You like the crinkle cuts? Aren't they crinkle?
Burger King's not crinkled.
Nope. No,
Oh, no, they're not. They're
they've
just
just got a little
thick.
skin on the end.
Right. A little skinned on the end.
Skin.
I would make a comment, but I'm not
Skinned.
They
KFC
Well,
does
no,
have some good
it-
fries.
do.
I like Wendy's fries, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to screw up a French fry. Let's
It
be
is.
honest. But
Number 4, chicken nuggets, chicken McNuggets.
Meh.
I think I think McDonald's chicken nuggets have gotten better.
They have. It's no longer that gray meat.
Oh,
It's no longer pigeon. It was the McPigeon. Let's all tell it what it was.
pigeon McNuggets.
But the best fast food chicken shape right now are Wendy's chicken tenders. They're very good.
I like them.
Don't get my mom started on that.
The
Well.
McDonald's, I had those when they first came out, and I liked them the first couple of times, and then I started getting them that had like these really weird rubbery parts in them. But Wendy's haven't let me down yet so far.
Well,
Mom,
chicken
her
you
first,
can't beat Chick-fil-A on chicken.
Oh no.
she finally ordered the Wendy's tenders, and she was so devastatingly disappointed. She said they were expensive, they were overcooked, and just not good at all. So she
that's
got
you're
burned.
going to have
on 'em.
inconsistencies with fast food. Number 3, quarter pounder with cheese.
It's my go-to.
Number 2, egg McMuffin. I love an egg McMuffin.
Yeah, it's all right.
Have you ever gotten a steak and egg McMuffin?
No.
It's not on the menu. Like it's because they have a steak on a bagel. They have a steak, egg, and cheese bagel, but you can get
Stagel.
a steak and egg McMuffin. You can also get a McMuffin with the yellow egg instead of the white round egg, if you'd like.
Really?
I like the white egg pucks. Number 1 on this list, I disagree. This whole list has been off.
Crawford
Apple
didn't.
pie.
What?
That's what I say.
What was number 1?
Apple pie. That's not even their best pie.
No.
A holiday pile. Give me the
ho-
beatus, man.
a holiday
I could
pie,
eat a whole bunch of those.
Strawberries and creme.
And the pumpkin and creme.
Pumpkin.
Have you had the pumpkin creme?
No.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my
Not
gosh.
not a
good
huge
stuff.
pumpkin fan.
I will not turn down a pie from McDonald's. I love the apple pies, but it's a cheaper tender next to the holiday pie. Holiday pie is excellent.
The custard with the sprinkles in it on it.
Crawford had a pretty lame list there.
He did.
I think that was just about as lame as the Diet Pop list.
Yeah. That's it. So, what do you guys think? Want to move on? You want to do another list real quick? I have a shorter one.
Well, I got to read this comment from Celia first.
Is it
Trust me, Todd has to customize every order in capital letters he's ever made. He knows all the changes and upgrades you can do. You know all the secret menus. Is that what
well,
you're saying?
I am able to turn a relatively affordable fast food meal into something that costs as much as like a freaking Jeff Ruby steak or something. By the time I'm done with it, Taco Bell's the worst. We'll get home and say, look at and she's like, mine costs $7.99, yours costs $24.73. Like, what did you do? And I'm like,
Taco Bell?
Oh yeah,
It moves your bowels just the same.
because I gotta add guac to everything or whatever. I gotta add sour cream. You gotta add all that stuff. All right, let's finish. I'll do one more, and then we'll move on to. I want to save the candy cane for next Christmas somehow. So let's either do soups. Let's do soups or Lunchables.
Soups.
Soups.
That's cool. Soups is fine. Now we've done a soup bracket, but
We
this
did a
is
soup
different.
bracket, right?
These
what
are
we have-
things that you purchase, right?
Yep. And this is Campbell's chunky soup flavors ranked worst to best. Nick, you're right. It is dangerously expensive with the add-ons, but I have to do it. There's two things. Taco Bell is a panic mode for me every time I go through the drive-thru. I don't know what I want, so I panic and I order multiple things, eat half of it.
Yeah, the menu, I can't deal with the menu.
I can't. Say it makes fun of me. I'm like, She's one. She gets a meal wherever she goes. She gets some sort of meal. You know what I mean? Not necessarily a value meal, but she gets some sort of pre-made, pre-planned meal and knows exactly what she wants and she gets it. And I don't. I like to mix and match.
See, and I don't have a good working knowledge of what different Mexican dishes are. You know, I know what a taco is, but aside from that, what's the difference between a chimichanga and a burrito? I mean, I don't know.
A chimichanga is baked, where a burrito is has the kind of like flaccid, pliable.
Both coming out of your Speedo.
I mean, right. I mean, how do I know that? I don't know that.
I don't either.
And so and some of them have sauce dumped on top of them.
Right.
Some of them you eat with your hands. Yeah, I just don't know. And they're not pictures of everything. Even if there were pictures of everything, I could navigate.
You know why there's no pictures, don't you? You know the Taco Bell is infamous. Whenever there is a picture, it's made in the best plastic lab ever. The actual thing that you get bears no resemblance to what's on that picture.
Right.
You say that about any of them.
Number 13. Oh, I already said that. Back off. 13. Creamy chicken and dumplings.
You lost me.
All of these.
You lost me at creamy, and then you added dumplings.
How do you not like a dumpling? Do you like a biscuit?
So you, who hates wet food, you're going to sop a biscuit in the middle of...
Yeah, biscuits were meant to be sopped. That's the only. That's their sopping material.
No.
You eat dry biscuits?
Yes, with butter.
Oh, what? It's wet.
It's moist.
Damn.
Moist.
Let's get this. First off, let's get two things. We got apples to oranges here. I don't like water on my food. I don't like wet food from water. I don't mind gravy and other things like that make food.
Well, you know, I don't like gravies.
I know, but dumplings. I mean, so would you just eat a dumpling if they gave it to you before they put it in?
I don't even know what a dumpling is.
It's just a ball. It's a biscuit ball.
It's a biscuit ball.
Biscuit
it's
ball.
Biscuit lint.
So chicken and dumpling soup is delicious. Imagine hot, salty broth packed. Just break.
I wish not to.
Hot, salty broth packed with chunks. This is right. Brady's going to gag of chicken and chopped veggies. Then fluffy, buttery dough balls float on top like clouds. You got to like the simile there.
No.
But it says canned dumplings taste terrible. They're densey and grainy.
Pass.
This is what I don't like. Your spoon will uncover peas. No, I don't want my spoon uncovering peas ever.
No. If you're going to put a pea in my soup, hide it.
Beans. I don't mind peas in vegetable soup.
No, I can deal with that.
They're snappy, crunchy. It's like a big pop rock. All right, number 12, chicken and sausage gumbo.
Ooh, it's good stuff. I like me a gumbo.
I'm not much on the Gumby, but go ahead.
Contains chunks of chicken, slices of sausage.
Sausage.
Look at the alliteration. Chunks of chicken, slices of sausage, balls of burger, mounds of meat, bits of bell pepper, tomato base that's slightly thicker than straight broth. Number 11, chicken noodle soup. How is chicken noodle soup so low on this list?
That's criminal.
I agree, Nick. Your spoon shouldn't uncover it. You should know what you're eating at all times. If your spoon is uncovering it, it's not meant to be there.
I should not have to be a soup archaeologist. It should be uncovered already. I shouldn't have to dig.
I mean, unless it's a pot pie. If it's a pot pie, you're going to uncover some things.
Disgusting.
You don't like pot pies?
Oh, my Lord. Oh.
What a disappointment. I saw one, thought it was a tart.
How could a pot pie be a disappointment?
Because
I
a
was getting ready to
pie-
tell you.
I've never broken into a pot pie not knowing what to expect.
Because
Well, no, I saw it there. I thought it was a tart or some kind of dessert. I cut into it. There was peas and carrots, and like, what is this black magic of nasty?
That's your own fault.
I
First
mean, I
off,
was
you-
4 or
are you
5. It
British?
stayed with me.
Are you British? You guys? Did your mom serve tarts for breakfast?
It was
Hey.
big. At Sardinia Elementary, the world was right on tart day. We only had tarts once in a while, and it was a big deal
Did you have tea and biscuits too, along with your tarts,
with
crumpets.
crumpets.
crumpets?
Ah,
They have biscuits too. They call a cookie a biscuit.
A
yeah.
a pie is a dessert. So we're going off the rules for salads. A pie is a dessert. It is not a main course of the meal. It doesn't have anything in it other than sweetness. There's no vegetables, gravies. No.
It's a
gotta look it up here.
trick. It's a way to get kids to eat their vegetables. Look at this pie. It's gonna be great. No, it's not.
Hang on, Eric.
It's-
The definition of pie: a baked food composed of a pastry shell filled with fruit, meat, cheese, or other ingredients, and usually covered with a pastry crust.
I'm giving my definition of a pie.
It's also a former unit of currency in India, but still. A whole that can be shared.
A hole
layer
that can be
cake having-
what? A hole that can be
What?
shared.
Yes. Let's move on. A layer cake
Yeah.
having
Let's move on.
having creme, custard, or jelly filling. That doesn't make any sense.
What?
A layer cake having cream, custard, or jelly filling and calling it a
That's
pie?
Calling it a pie.
Not
Right.
pie.
Here we go. You know, we're going to get in the same thing that we did on that one bracket is cheesecake a pie.
Right. It's also an
No.
almanac of services used in the English church before the Reformation.
So what is this lunacy? Okay, you got someone calling a stacked cake a pie. You got someone calling something with cake in the name a pie. Like what is this lunacy?
I don't know.
I'm not here for it.
Trickery.
I like
No,
a quiche.
No, Celia, I do not like quiche.
I like a quiche, but I don't consider it a pie. It's an egg tart. It's not covered. It's got a little bit of it's got a little crust, but it doesn't have a covering. So my rules, I'm sticking with it.
But I will say this. Where did we get on this? How did we get on this? Oh, I don't know how we got on this, but chicken noodle soup. We all agreed is way too low on this list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the last soup we talked about. Number
Peas,
10.
I think peas got us onto pot
It
pie
did, yeah.
somehow. But
Well, I know because we said you should never
will-
discover anything with your spoon. I said I can see in a pot pie. You open that baby up, and you never know what's going to be in there.
I want potato-ness. I want some meatness, but I don't want any
liquidity,
Okay, go ahead.
liquidity.
Number 10. I've never had this soup, but I think I would like it. Spicy steak and potato.
Oh,
Sounds a little
yeah, I
tasty.
like steak and potato. Yeah.
I found something I don't like. It's covered in thick, peppery gravy filled with mushrooms. Why put mushrooms in that?
Oh,
You don't want a
Communist.
fungus in your steak
No.
and potatoes.
I'm enough of a fun guy. I don't need more.
Ah.
Number 9, old-fashioned vegetable beef. I like vegetable beef.
Yeah.
I like
Sure.
beef in my vegetable soup.
Tried and true. Again, too low on the list.
Right. Number 8, creamy chicken Cajun style Alfredo.
Lost me at creamy.
I will allow it because it says the word Alfredo. That's one of the few creamy white things that I will allow. It just sounds like it is like a spicy Alfredo, but in soup form.
Well, it has chunks of chicken, sausage, and a thick, creamy base. Celery, yeah. Finely diced green peppers in the mix. Some beef barely.
Barely. Barely beef or beef barely?
It's barely beef. It's groundhog or something. It's barely beef.
Number 7, baked potato with steak and cheese. Now that sounds like some good soup right
Oh
there.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
That's probably the first one. I don't know. I would probably put that higher than chicken noodle and the beef vegetable.
Mm.
6, savory pot roast.
Savory. What
Roast
else is in
beast.
it?
Um,
Better have a lot of potatoes.
veggies. I mean, it's
Okay.
juicy meat, veggies, potatoes, carrots, green beans.
Like vegetable soup with pot roast instead of
Kind of,
ground beef,
yeah.
basically.
Number 5, jazzy jambalaya
Jambalaya.
with chicken,
Jambalaya.
sausage, and ham.
Ooh. I've had jambalaya. I've liked it. You got to be careful though when you order the jambalaya because sometimes they like to sneak some crawfish or something that swims in there.
Oh,
You got to make sure it's land based.
yeah. I don't know. I've never heard of ham in jambalaya.
Me neither.
But I wouldn't mind it. I mean, I like ham.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like it should be a part of jambalaya in some cases because there's wild hogs down there and stuff, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Some boar ham. Sounds like my dad sneezing. Boar ham.
Uh, for those of you guys that don't know, how did that go, Todd? What would he always?
Well, back then it was very distinctly bull hum, but it's gotten a bit as he's gotten older, it's gotten less clear. So I think boar ham would work fine.
And Nick, I agree. The jazzy, it has to be jazzy. I don't want a bluesy jambalaya.
Right.
Bluesy jambalaya.
Better be some horns playing in the background when I eat that soup.
Wah, 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 wah.
There's probably a horn
Bluesy
playing after you
jambalaya.
Number 4. Yeah.
Oh.
New England's clam chowder.
Oh no. Looks like vomit.
It looks like it
Don't want
It
no
looks
chowder
like-
of any kind.
right. It looks like a bowl of throw up. Here's what I imagine if somebody, like if you were a drywaller and you worked all day, like, worked your butt off all day, hanging drywall, mud and drywall, sand and drywall, and then you caught a stomach bug, all of the drywall particles you would be throwing up. That's what it looks like to me.
It's very specific.
It is,
It
but
is.
it looks like a big old bowl of wet drywall mud with chunks of nasty in it. The Old Bay seasoning. That's the
Shellfish.
only thing good about it.
Ugh.
I like Old Bay. Number 3, chili mac. And I gotta say, I've never had it at Campbell's chunky chili mac, but it looks really good on the bowl here. I mean, it looks like homemade chili with mac in it.
Hormel used to have chili mac. It came in a can. It was in the ravioli section, things like that. And I tried it a couple times. It was okay. It's not one of my favorites, but it was good. It was good. It was
Yeah.
all right.
I mean, I've never seen this. I wish you guys could see the picture of it because I don't think I can get it to. I mean, try to get it somewhere. I mean that's a decent looking bowl right there.
Yeah.
Number 2, chicken broccoli cheese. I like a
Yeah,
broccoli
no.
soup.
I do not so much.
You don't like broccoli soup?
No. I've got a weird aftertaste.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Number 1, Hardy beef barley.
Hardy beef bear.
Hardy beef. Hardy beef barley. It looks like this thing looks like a vase of vomit.
Oh, it does.
Yeah. That looks like if like your buddy's like,
Vomit.
I gotta throw up and you give me something and like you don't have a bag or a bucket, so you just dump the flowers out and give him the vase.
So much in the same way your dad makes a noise when he sneezes. That's what you'd say when that came up. Hardy beef barley.
Mhm. Um, I remember being little, and I asked my mom, "Well, where's the barley at?" And it's floating in the soup, and it kind of looks like a rice or a, you know,
Quinoa.
I like
yeah,
quinoa. It says your spoon will dig out carrots, potatoes, barley, gourd, celery, and
Yarn.
peas. Now, see, the spoon isn't digging out anything. I'm digging it out, and the spoon is what I'm using to dig it out. Don't act like I have no control over what I do with my spoon and my soup.
And I have control to not dig out the peas.
Yeah. Yep, you're right.
The spoon is merely the implement.
All right, that is my list. That
was
that
fun.
website's pretty cool. Like right now, I just saw at the bottom a best and worst pizza chains ranked, so I'm going to save that for another
Oh, yeah.
night.
That's good.
Yeah, we might have stumbled across a good site here. I'm done. That's all I got.
That's all we need.
Ooh.
All right. Before Brady goes, remind you that you can listen and watch us on these various platforms. Up at the top of the screen, our socials are Facebook, X, and Instagrams. You can listen and watch us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Twitch,
Twitch.
Rumble, and iHeartRadio. The iHeartRadio app. Brady.
See. All right. I forget which one of you fellows sent it, and it was something. It was a very, very short list, and I had to dig a little bit. It's not really a list, but in anyway, it was about things our Gen Xers out there, and this has become a thing because Gen Xers have taken to the Instagrams and the TikToks, and they have started cataloging our Gen X experience and why it's different than everybody else. And it's got to be a thing and got kind of captured the zeitgeist of the moment. I'm trying to capture the zeitgeist of Gen Xdom here. And one of you guys sent me a thing about like things that we were expected to do as little Gen Xers, like when we were youths, parental rules that are different than what we see today, things we were expected to do. And that is where let's just call them behavioral and household rules. And then I'm going to seg in this is going to tie nicely into my add-on, but the behavioral and based on childhood experiences, Gen X, which is roughly 1965 to 1980 birth, many restrictions focused on maintaining manners and respect for authority, while conversely, parents often had few rules regarding safety or supervision. It was a dichotomy. So we had a lot of rules in their presence, but when we were out of their presence,
We
you
were
know,
left to our own devices.
we were left to our own devices. It's kind of a contradiction. So here are some of the Gen X behavioral and household rules that were put to us.
Okay.
First one is interrupting adults. Children were expected. Now, I'm not going to go as far to see the Charles Dickens like children are meant to be seen and not heard. But
That was
we
Charles
definitely
Griffin
weren't-
too. I tell you, that didn't just go back to Dickens. That was
Yep.
But but we were expected not to interrupt adults. We would have to sit there with that impatient look on our face like a puppy looking up at you while you're eating and then when there was a break, then we could opine.
Find your opening.
Yes, you had to find your opening.
I have a lot to say on that one. In many ways, being a parent is the most humbling experience you'll ever have in life. And that's why I always laugh at the people that do the whole like, well, when I'm a parent, I'm going to do this. You don't shut up. You don't know what you're going to do, and you don't know what you're going to do from 1 week to the next, let alone what you're going to do
Week, day.
But I will. So,
Day,
and somebody
minute.
like me who's very old fashioned in my expectations and my what requires consequence, discipline type thing, I've had to change quite a bit. And this kind of teeters back and forth on one of the things that I've stuck to, and I've also changed. So you're exactly right. Like And I wasn't joking when I said I mean, when I was growing up, if you went, like, say we went back to say we were having like a family get together at my grandparents or something, or we were just hanging out, like, the kids did not, unless you obviously had a legit reason, you didn't just go in there to hang out. You sure as hell didn't go in there to play cards with them. You didn't go in there to watch them play cards. You didn't go to stand there and pick your nose beside them. I mean, you literally didn't go in unless there was something.
Go away, kid.
Yeah, but at the same time, it was a rite of passage when you were allowed
Right.
to do those things.
Now, these days, you don't see a lot of that. And that is one that I have. I was surprised as a parent, mainly how much I just got tired. Kids will beat you down. They'll like, and Ethan is one. My son is a very old soul. He's very, he enjoys being around adults. He always has. He was around adults a lot.
Yeah.
And so I had to give a little, but there are some things even with that I wouldn't give. One of those being, one of my pet peeves is when I see parents of my generation, when you have adults standing up, nowhere to sit, and they have 3 or 4 kids that are laying across the couches and the furniture and stuff, and the adults are sitting there with nowhere to sit. That's something I never would. My kids are up. I mean, if Brady's standing at my house beside my couch, Brady's older, Brady's tall, Brady's got bad knees, Brady needs to sit down. My 7-year-old kid doesn't need to lay down and take 2 seats. So that's one where I've kind of given some. Like, you can hang out if you act like you got some sense and you stay quiet. And
that disqualifies me now.
And you learn, but you're not going to lay across the love seat while two adults have nowhere to sit. Or even worse, when I see like adults trying to sit crisscross applesauce on the damn floor and you got kids sitting in the seats and the recliners. No, get up. That's kind of where I am with that.
So Todd, you start in on talking about your parenting and one of your kids came in the room.
So we must say hi to Riley, Madeline, and Peyton.
Hello, Riley, Madeline, and Peyton.
Yes.
Riley's my daughter.
Do we have viewers in Highland Heights?
Madeline and Peyton are her roommates at NKU. Hopefully they're studying hard these last few days since they haven't had classes.
They're studying at the feet of experience.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that and roll my eyes like I actually believe
now,
that.
I will say this about Riley. I'm not just saying this because she's on here. She never wanted to be around. Like, you know what I mean? She kind of went off and would like be in the closet reading or like laying under her bed, or like you never knew where she was.
Did you say in the closet?
Yeah, she would like hang out in her closet and read.
And
like I said, just she never really wanted to be out around the adults, where Ethan always kind of wanted to be there in the mix.
Look at all the fun you missed out on, Riley.
Right, Riley.
Oh, sorry. I should go on. The next one is answering the phone improperly would bring down the thunder. If a parent was home, children were forbidden from saying they weren't. Wait a minute. If a parent was home, children were forbidden from saying that they were not. Instead, they had to say they are busy at the moment and take a message. So
I'm confused.
I am too. Okay. I think what they're saying is like if you were home by yourself, like we sometimes were.
If you're a latchkey kid.
Yeah. And if somebody called asking for your parents, you would have to say, they're busy, can't come to the phone right now. And and you also couldn't give too much information. You couldn't say they were in the bathroom, or you had to be careful.
Because I think that was because they didn't want to be embarrassed, like especially your dad. Like you didn't tell people your dad was on the throne. or
like you couldn't
like if somebody called, I couldn't say my dad's battling a case of shithouse polio right now. Can he get back to you?
Yeah, you can't make that specific reference, or the one that's kind of antiquated but just on the pot. Like that was always not what it means today. But anyway,
why was it a pot but never a kettle?
I think it's talking about chamber pots back in the day.
Yeah.
The ones they kept heated under their bed so they didn't have to go out to the privy in the middle of a winter night.
Gotcha.
That kind of deal. All right. Slamming the screen door or any door. This was often strictly forbidden to avoid interrupting parents and making too much noise. Now, that last statement, making too much noise, in my house, that was imperative after 9 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
Because my
Oh
dad
yeah.
had to get up at 4 a.m. and drive to
Right.
G. Evendale, and my dad could hear a moth fart from 2 blocks down. So you basically had to tiptoe and not. It was kind of like that Tom and Jerry. Yeah, quiet, can't stand noise. He would get a little grumpy if you woke
So
him up. He was a light sleeper.
so at Brady's house, you were in the basement, and you left through the garage. You after 9. That's right. After 9, you did not tread past that threshold into the dining room.
I
Right.
remember because I got the tail end of this because I would be, but I remember it seemed like that was always like a walk in the dark too, out through Brady's garage.
Yes.
Is my memory serving me correctly? Like I wasn't as
That was probably when, for whatever reason, the light switch went through a little period where it was
No.
not reliable
Well, I don't mean
in the
like you
garage.
made us. I don't mean like it was. I mean like I think everybody else knew their way, and I just didn't.
Oh,
Like, you know what I'm
okay.
saying? Like I think everybody else knew their pathway, and I did. So whenever I was tagging along, if I didn't stay real close to Eric or whoever was leaving, I was always tripping over things.
Run into the
and-
mower or something.
Uh,
No.
so I got some
Celia's got a
comments.
story up here.
I was gonna say I got some comments here. So John, is that what you say on the phone when you were young and someone called and said, "My dad's dropping the Browns off at the Super Bowl"? And yes, the object was that people didn't know we were home alone. We didn't want to advertise that. So Celia's story. When she was little, there was a lady that would call Grandma Lucille, who we just shouted out, turned 100 on Sunday, usually 5 times a night, starting about 4:30. My grandma never got home until 6:30. My grandpa always had me answer the phone. One time he told me that the next time she called to tell her that Grandma moved to Florida, when I did, he literally slapped the phone out of my hand to tell the lady he was kidding, and I got in trouble for lying. He told you to lie and then you got in trouble?
Oh, that's terrible.
That's awful. Or did Grandma find out that you said that and Grandpa was running interference for himself and blamed it on you?
Yeah, that's
what it
exactly
was.
what it was. All right.
I think-
here we
So the quiet thing, I will say this though, you had a good reason. Your dad had a good reason. Like he was
Mhm.
getting up early. What I never got, like I used to always, and my mom even took my side a few times on this. Like I remember I got like my first stereo, like my first had like the speakers and had the cassette deck and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And I swear I couldn't play that thing past like 0.7. Like I couldn't even put it up to 1, and my dad would be yelling and tell me to turn it down. And I swear he used to sit out there and turn the TV all the way down and like listen as close as he could.
Put
And
a
as soon
conch
as
shell up on the wall.
Yeah, as soon as he heard anything, he thought it was too loud. I remember being like defeated. Like this is useless to me. Like I can't turn it up. I can't. They might as well not even put a volume knob on this thing.
You didn't have a headphone jack?
You should just let your dad come in, turn it on, and set it, and forget it. No, I didn't have headphones. Headphones are kind of like, you know what I mean? Like in your guys' younger years, you had the headphones,
Oh,
and then they went
like
they
2
went away.
shoeboxes on my head.
Right, they went away,
Yeah.
and then obviously they started coming back. But slamming, you did not slam a door.
Oh no.
If my dad was much like Jason in the Friday 13th movies or somebody like that, where like my dad could have been out in the garage with the saw on. And if you slammed your door, I swear, if you opened the door up right away after slamming it, he was standing there at the door. Like it was, he somehow,
looking nonplussed.
not only could he hear it, but he could get, I think he had secret pathways and passageways and stuff in the house. I think he just dropped out of the ceiling right in front of the door, and he would be there waiting if you slammed the door.
Yeah.
Who let this Becky Fiskus into the chat?
It's about time, Eric.
Uh-oh. Eric
So-
likes his TV loud.
So I don't know if I've told this story on here, but Becky claims I can't hear or I need the TV up loud. So we were in Sam's. We're going out of Sam's, and they got the little hearing aid test place there. I said, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you say I'm deaf. Let's go get me a hearing test. My hearing was perfect. Hers was like super sensitive. So loud to a normal person, like you, Brady. I mean, loud to like your smell,
Mm-hmm.
your sense of smell. Loud to a normal person is like she's holding her ears and stuff.
Yeah. It's called reverse slope. Like our threshold between too loud and not loud enough is razor thin, and it's a legit thing. But
Well, see, her parents said, you had to tiptoe through the house when she was a baby because she'd wake up kind of like Todd's dad hearing something 5 rooms away.
yeah.
And it all makes sense.
I will say this. Like, I like my TV pretty loud too, but I will say it has nothing to do with not being able to hear it. I just like it louder. Like, I can hear it quieter. I just don't enjoy it. You know? I don't enjoy it unless it's a little bit louder.
And Becky, I hear everything. Apparently, where my voice is within her threshold of things she doesn't hear. So she doesn't hear everything.
Well, there's certain tones like people struggle hearing. Maybe your voice
That's
is in that range.
Eric Fiskus' tone is in that range for her.
Yeah. All right. This one's going to get some interesting discussion. Entering other people's bedrooms. Entering friends or neighbors' bedrooms without explicit permission was not allowed. I'm trying to think if that's super different.
See, I would say not entering a parent's bedroom.
Absolutely.
That was definitely against the rules.
And that has definitely changed with my kids. Like, even now that my kids are adults, like if they're home from college, I'm like, can I get a moment's peek? Like, they're in and out of my room. Riley gets ready, like, and say his vanity, and they using her hair dryer and some of the different things and stuff. Ethan is a big, like, he'll get home from wherever he is and then stand at the bed. Even if we're in bed, he'll stand at the bed and talk to us for 25 minutes. Like, so, which, I mean, I'm not going to complain so much, but that rule never lasted in my house.
PJ was home over Christmas and he needed something, and I was in the bedroom, and he said to Becky, well, he's in the bedroom. like I can't go in there. He's 25 years old. I can't go in there. He's in the bedroom.
That's the way. I don't know that I ever saw my dad in bed.
Wow.
I seriously don't know that I ever saw him in bed other than, I mean, I remember like him maybe laying down to take a nap, like maybe on a lazy afternoon or something. But like, I don't remember seeing him in bed. And again, and my kids won't, because we don't shut our doors. Like, I mean, I don't know.
See, I've went through various phases of that. When it was just me at the house, I would always like my door shut. My bedroom door shut.
It's safer with them shut.
Yeah.
Fires.
But yeah. And then, I had to open them once I got dogs because they would want to go get a drink or something in the middle of the night. And, but yeah, it just vacillates, but not a big deal. Okay. Answering the door for strangers. When home alone, children were strictly told not to answer the door. I remember a time when my mom had gone to the store and the Jehovah's Witnesses had knocked on the door, and I disappeared around them. I would not even acknowledge that they were at the door.
Yes.
So.
Oh, I can remember hiding many a day. It was like a encyclopedia salesman or something would come to the door, and you'd have to hide.
Yeah.
That's a true late 70s, early 80s reference right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I missed the days of like the milkman coming to your, but I definitely wasn't right in the middle of the traveling encyclopedia salesman.
I remember a vacuum salesman one time.
Oh, yeah.
I don't ever remember a vacuum salesman. I remember do you remember when people would go door to door trying to sell like cleaning supplies and stuff?
Yep.
Like Amway or something?
What?
Like Amway?
No, like I remember when I had my first apartment, my roommate and I, like we got a knock on our door one night and some guy came in trying to sell us some sort of multifunctional cleaning stuff. And I remember I was amazed because he like drank it. He didn't drink it, but he took the lid out and like the spray nozzle and he licked the spray nozzle to talk about how safe it was and like it was citrus based and everything. We bought it. So
It was the licking of the.
It was. It really was.
That's what gotcha. I want to see if I can do that. Watch this. Okay. This definitely. And Eric, back in the day, you and maybe one other person was allowed to do this, but really not. I would have to call you. But anyway, calling after 10 p.m. Absolutely not.
No, because you had multiple phones around the house that would all ring.
Mhm.
Of course, not the
Yes.
days of the cell phones that nowadays where your phone only rings and you can even put it on vibrate. I mean, the whole house is ringing.
Oh, it reverberate and loud bell.
How many people do you know that still have a home phone? Like,
My mom
I don't mean
does.
like an actual number. I mean, but like, do you?
So your mom still has a phone hanging on the wall with a
Oh,
cord.
yeah. Well, wait a minute. No, it's not on the wall.
So it's a cordless phone, but it's a landline.
Right.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
What color was the last corded phone you had hanging on your wall?
Beige, I believe.
Beige.
I think mine was the goldenrod or something. Wheat.
Wheat.
Wheat. Yeah.
Nobody ever had a black phone like on
No.
TV.
No.
Nobody
Well,
ever
but-
had a black phone.
But there was a time when like AT&T owned everything. They even owned the phone manufacturing. You could only get a black phone. That's all you could get. Black or beige.
Or
I think
like-
maybe
Really?
beige was there
Was that
too.
you
yeah.
talking about way back in the day?
Yeah, and you had to rent the
Okay.
phone from the phone company. You couldn't buy a phone.
Like,
Dang.
it seems weird that black was before our time. Like, you know what I mean? That seems like
Yeah.
like black appliances came later.
Yeah.
Brie.
Is this Brie?
Brie.
Our Brie?
Has to be. How many Bries do we know?
That's true.
How you doing,
It is
Bree?
Brie. How you doing, Brie? Did you get any ice,
I
Brie?
was gonna say, hopefully the ice didn't get you.
Yeah.
What,
So when you were talking about phones, like we had the AT&T, the ones that people saw, but it was a big deal for a Sports Illustrated subscription. Then we got from my sister, we got a Sports Illustrated phone, and it was like one of those ones that would sit flat. You know, that was a big deal when that happened.
Football phone.
Yeah. We had the football phone for a long time. That was our
What-
second phone.
what about the clear phone where you could see all the inner workings? See
Never
how
had
you
one
could
of
see how that
those.
damn thing worked. It lit up when it rang. Had little
Yeah.
shit happened, sparks flying and stuff. What about a Garfield phone? Do you have one of those?
Oh, I always wanted a Garfield phone.
I did too. Yeah, I asked for one like every year. Never got one. Bree says they
Oh,
got so
man.
much ice. City shut down for 3 days.
Man.
We didn't get the ice, but we're still. I haven't left my house since Saturday. We've none of us have had school. We don't again
Yeah.
tomorrow.
I got about what 10 and a half. I'm just gonna call it 10 inches. That's about what
So 6.
I got here. Yeah. And that. Oh my.
That was a little slow. It came in kind of.
A slow burn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So Becky, did your sister have a Garfield phone or one of the clear phones with the where you saw the synapses, the inner workings of the phone?
Or,
Are you talking about like the ones that had when it rang, their neon light came on?
Right. It was clear.
Yeah.
Like
right.
I had a hair dryer. I've told this story on here. I had a hair dryer that was the same way. It had like neon speckles on it, and it was clear, and it said "Wild Thing" on the side of it. And so at basketball games, we would shower. When we would shower, we've had this talk before. We didn't shower a lot, but when I dried my hair with that, we would sing "Wild Things" like sometimes. Yeah,
So you showered.
not very often. That
well,
happened like twice.
But when you did, you had a hair dryer. I don't remember
mean-
anyone ever having a hair dryer.
I think I did because I didn't have much hair my senior year, so I think it would have been probably one of my first couple years when I had a little longer hair. I had a hairdryer.
Don't ever remember that.
Am I the only one in your history to ever have a hairdryer?
I mean, I didn't even know that about you.
I mean,
Of course,
I had a hairdryer at home, especially when my locks got long.
Well,
But I
mean,
didn't.
well, when you all were, I mean, I was coaching when you played. I mean, I obviously was not hanging out in the locker room when you were doing your shower stuff. But I mean, when I played, I mean, no one had a hairdryer that I remember, unless someone can correct me on that.
I should have my jersey retired just for that alone. It should say
Here.
a Wild Thing.
Put a banner up.
Yeah, say remembers it. You remember Wild Thing?
I think I
No, Bree, not me. I didn't wear black eyeliner. No.
I only did when we did our '80s gimmick.
I was going to say that would have been Brady more than any of us because he was the hair metal scene. He was right in the middle of that. So,
Well, when we were the Noble Hardyman back when we were dressing the '80s gimmick, yeah, we did the guy liner because
you know what I found the other day, Brady? I found our pictures from the one Halloween show we played where we were the skeletons.
Oh yeah,
we remember doing our makeup at your house.
Yeah.
And then I also found some pictures of us. Remember we were dressed up like women for that one Halloween show?
Yeah. Instead of the barcodes, we were the bar chicks. Let the record show I was the prettiest one.
I don't know. I was the punk rock chick. I had a hot pink wig, and I had what do they call them? Fishnet stockings.
Oh gosh.
So you didn't wear black eyeliner with that outfit?
I don't know what I wore. I didn't do my own makeup. I thought she meant in high school.
I want to kind of skedaddle through these last three so I could get to the add-on. One of the things that we were forbidden from doing was leaving the neighborhood. I remember when my mom caught wind that I was going to, for whatever reason, Eric, we were going to go to Sardini Mariestown Road across where the highway is now so we could see the dam or something. And I was shot down like, you know.
Yep.
Anyway.
I remember, I think that changed some. That changed even between you guys and me. Because I was pretty much, once I could ride my bike, and I pretty much could ride my bike anywhere, like within, I can remember, you guys remember where Blake Rutherford lived, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can remember when I was in high school riding my bike to his place to go fishing.
Oh.
Like carrying my pole.
3.5 mile.
Probably 3, 4 miles. I carry my pole in my tackle box fishing. But so I don't know what you mean by neighborhood. I guess that would be, but we typically rode all around.
I had a moped. I was going all over the place.
The puke.
Puke.
So, okay, I got to ask you.
Yeah.
First off, I appreciate the balls it took right there to admit you had a moped. But also, did it run a lot? Because like a lot of times people had those things and they never ran. Like I had several go-karts or they just never ran hardly.
No, my moped ran all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
You
put a lot of miles on that thing, man.
I picture you and Brady like on a Dumb and Dumber, like where they're trying to get to Aspen.
Yeah, no, never read doubles. Now I had a Honda 80 like dirt bike, but his moped couldn't go off road, and I couldn't go on street. So the gangs of us, we couldn't be a gang.
All right, so the most truly frightening time I can remember being on that moped, I was on 62 between Ash Ridge and Russellville. So you know those.
Dang,
those
son,
hills.
I didn't realize you went that far.
I'm going to Doug's. You know, I should have stayed on the back.
On the moped?
You rode the moped to Doug's?
Yes.
I don't remember
I told
that.
you I was all over the place.
And we didn't stop you?
No. So, like I said, you know the hills. You know, just And I'm going going 20 miles an hour up one of those hills, and there's a semi behind me.
Just like Dumb and Dumber, where it gets behind him. And
yes, I lived that for real. Frightening.
Oh my god. So we got to put some context to this. Are you talking about where did Doug live? Not Ripley.
in between
125,
Georgetown and Russellville.
between Georgetown and Russellville.
So just for you guys who aren't familiar with these roads, Eric lived in the middle of our town, which we've talked before. We don't even have a stoplight.
Right.
We have a 4-way stop sign. What, 400 people? What is the what was it? What
Well,
was the
you
population?
know, interesting enough, you bring that up. So John Wise did his Wise Guy thing, and he went to a lot of different towns around the area on Christmas Day, I guess it was. But
I
so
saw it.
Sardinia, Sardinia was one of the ones he went to. And whenever he went to a town, he showed like how the population had changed over history. Sardinia has more people now than it ever has. It's over 1,000
Get
people.
out.
Yeah. Maybe because they've annexed all the way out to between here and
That's what it is.
Macon, but yeah, I'm surprised they haven't annexed Buford yet. But
Well, so Eric lived in town. So riding a moped around town isn't that out of the like sidewalks, things like that. But you would have had to have gotten on 60.
I was on
62?
I was on 62. Yeah.
So US 62 on this
Yes.
moped.
Yes.
You had to get off 62 to get on 125,
125.
Yes.
which is probably busier than 62. Wow.
Maybe at that time.
I had no idea, Eric. I can't believe you were allowed to do that.
I don't remember. He had a
I-
license.
I'm-
What was it, 14?
Yeah. I mean, you had to get a license. You had to. Honestly, I'm not sure my parents knew that.
Yeah.
They thought you were with me.
That amazes me. Number one, it amazes me that you had a moped that would that would go that far and back. Because, like I said, anybody I knew that had a moped, they were always broke down,
It was
like a weed
Swedish.
eater. They were
But I
like a
mean,
weed eater.
I mean, the gas tank's about as big as two of these pop cans, but I mean, you went forever on that gas tank. So yeah,
I'm just impressed. Color me impressed.
hey, thank you.
You're much cooler than I ever thought you were, Eric. And I've never said that about a moped rider before. But
You know, you got places to go, and you can only get there so many
Yeah.
ways when you're 14.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It makes me feel like a total weenie talking about me riding 3 miles on my bike to go fishing, and here you are hucking it to what? How many miles away is
So-
that?
Bree,
I
with 16, I was going to say, Bree, if one of us gentlemen callers came around and when you were like, 15 or 16 riding a moped, how would.
are you trying
No.
to color me as a nerd, Brady? Is that what you're trying to do
no.
here?
No, because I have something that's going to make you feel like I'm going to add to this, but just curious, like other states, other places, because like our friend Brian had this sweet scooter. It's like one of those Honda scooters, like the Helix kind of thing.
See, to me, a
And I was-
scooter sounds much less cool than a moped does.
Well, did you literally call it a sweet scooter?
It was. Then the Helix was sweet, and like it was. Yeah, it was cool. You just definitely had to see it, and I really wanted to get one because like it opened door. It was cool. Don't
This
think
is-
of a Vespa. This is
Right,
much
I got
more
you.
space age looking.
So say you just think about that. You rode your bike from Russellville to Lake Winoka with Angie and Tiffany once, and Doug lived just down the road. Eric rode his moped all the way from Sardinia there to where you were.
Cue the Sons of Anarchy riding through this world on his pea green moped.
I did ride. I forgot I did ride my bike to Lake Winoka one time to play tennis.
Mm.
Which now that I think about it, why was I always riding my bike the furthest distances, having to carry shit like a tennis racket and
Fishing poles.
a jug of tennis balls or what? Not a jug. A tube of tennis balls.
tubo balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tubo balls.
Hey, and thank you, Todd. I was saying the other day, I was talking to my my boss, my principal, and we were talking about like sports. I said, man, I always wish that Eastern had tennis because back in the day, I mean, we played a lot of tennis. It's like, really? It's like, yeah, I mean, a lot of tennis was playing at Lake Winoka, a lot of it,
Did you say that?
and not like that, but
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Also, like But tennis they don't play tennis now, do they? At Eastern, they don't have a tennis team, do they?
No. I tried.
What?
I remember my freshman year. I tried. That Mr. Lewis said that Lake Winoka wouldn't let us use it as our home court, so therefore we
Well,
couldn't do it.
I mean, I can see it back when you were in school, but there's definitely been a change in sports since we were there, like swim teams and that places that didn't have swim teams. Bowling's
Yeah.
gotten huge.
Bowling's gotten really big, and we were trying to guess which will be the next one to break, which is going to be the next one to catch fire. He predicts it'll be pickleball. That the OHSAA will bring in
Esports.
pickleball. Yeah,
Esports. Flag football.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Is my freshman year roommate. He was from Columbus, and he said that girls' field hockey was huge as a spectator sport because it was always a brawl.
Really?
I am.
But anyway, yeah.
There's a joke there somewhere. But anyway,
Yeah.
if they ever need a taped up wiffle ball, bat and ball league,
Oh,
Eric,
yes.
we got to come out of retirement and coach that.
Speaking of which, I finally drove by what used to be the funeral home,
Ah,
and
sad.
I shed a tear.
Gus Beams.
Yeah, looking back behind there and seeing where the wiffle ball field used to be.
See, I never
Mhm.
played on that field.
The Wrigley Field of Sardinia wiffle ball fields.
I had a pretty damn good field in my backyard, makeshift field. But the only time I played wiffle ball with you was out at the Lions Club.
Yeah. Yep.
Was wiffle ball a regional thing?
I don't know.
Who do we have? We know Bree is from somewhere else. Anybody else? Bree, do you remember? Bree's a good bit younger than us, but do you remember her? Do you remember playing wiffle ball or anybody playing wiffle ball where you were?
See,
brought
the only variation I can think of that was different was like in New York City in the streets they play like stickball with
Right.
broomsticks.
Which I always thought, like, if you were a competitive stickballer, I would guess that once you stepped up to baseball, you probably would have been pretty good.
It seems like it would be easier to hit a baseball with a baseball bat than a
Yeah.
ball with a broomstick.
Right.
Yep.
So wiffle ball was, well, there were different variations,
Mhm.
but it was a plastic white ball. Some of them had
With a
holes,
waffle top.
like a waffle.
Yeah.
And then some of them were solid. Those were junk because they bent.
Yeah.
And
There was
even
the
the waffle
multi-hole
ones,
ones.
there were different variations. There were some that were like holes all over. Some had like slotted holes along
yeah.
one side of it. And then the bats were either these big fat red plastic bats or skinny yellow ones. And you couldn't take anyone serious that used the big fat red ones.
No.
It was like a cartoon bat.
Cartoon.
It was the bat of shame. If you knew you
Right.
had a guy on your team that couldn't hit, you gave him that one.
Right.
There we
There's
go.
a picture. So that's a traditional wiffle ball right there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I scroll down, I see some of the bats.
Right.
Well, there's some different variations of wiffle balls.
Well, click on the one that says over to the far right of the screen that says right under where it says page 1 of 36.
Okay. Here.
Those are the waffle style, right? To have the
Yeah.
hockey mask looking ones.
Yeah.
Those were okay, but again, you had to tape them.
They would dent too. Easier than the slotted ones would dent.
Yeah.
Well, and those would also tear.
Yes.
Yeah. But I could do a better curveball with the slotted ones. Better grip.
Well,
Anyway.
those are made to throw curves.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Rodney Jones could throw one that would break
Oh,
20
yeah.
feet.
Oh yeah. Seriously.
Unhittable.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh
The next time I
gosh.
see him, I want to ask him about that. So you still got
Yeah.
that
Legendary.
you still have that sinker, Rodney?
Oh man. Seriously.
Oh.
Legendary.
Legendary.
So
It
yeah,
would look like it
Celia.
was going in the house next door and then cut back over across the plate.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, Celia, that was my Sandlot. That's true.
We
So
played
what?
volleyball,
Volleyball.
and we bounce off the wall. Was that like? I mean, we used to play like I think we all used to practice pitching with a tennis ball up against a brick wall.
yeah,
Well, you'd had those hard rubber balls too. Like
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
go to the car wash and just throw it off the
Oh.
concrete block wall and field it. And
yeah.
You essentially had a what do they call that court? Like you had a kind of the car wash was basically like a crap. What do they call the court that you play with the ball?
it's like a racquetball court. is what
Racquetball
you're-
court. Yeah. It's basically what a car wash was.
had
Yeah, but it wasn't inside the bay. It was out the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was throwing the ball up against the Legion Hall.
I had
you
this
were fixed the
gadget.
base.
Eric, you could probably remember this. It was like a lead weight painted blue, and it had a racquetball attached to a rubber string, and I would practice where you could hit it, it would bounce
Yeah.
back.
Yep.
So, all right. So I am going to jump to the things where we've talked about what our behavior expectations were for us youths as Gen X. But now these are the things that we were terrified of. If you grew up a Gen Xer, there was always a heavy slice of fear lurking in the back of your psyche, for different reasons. And this will be some of them. So I'm going to go through these. You youngsters might think this is funny, you millennials and Gen Zers. But here we go. So we were told that if you cracked your knuckles too much, they would swell up, become arthritic and useless.
Yep. Yep.
I still don't crack my fingers don't crack naturally. If my knuckles crack, it's gonna hurt. So like I've always been tightly connected, but it still grosses me out when people do. Well, God, don't.
Shh, Brady.
Oh, God, it's
It
the
was
sound of my
fast. I
knee
got it
made
was
it.
quick. Yeah.
See, I don't care so much about hearing hand knuckles crack, but when you get those deep bass cracks, like your back cracks or something like that, that makes me want to
Yeah.
vomit.
Yeah, yeah. So, the next one on the list is swallowing fruit seeds because they
Yes.
would grow in our bowels and obstruct us and kill us.
Yes.
That we couldn't swallow fruit seeds. Now, I did not know this, but let's see. The head group of culinary excellence in the LSG group argues that many childhood horror stories and fears around eating watermelon seeds, growing a tree in your stomach is realistically impossible. Not only are the seeds unable to grow, but ingesting too many of them could cause a little bit of inflammation. They have antioxidants in them, and some seeds could be good for you.
Well,
So
I
just
mean,
say it.
you eat sunflower seeds.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Well, but back then when we used to get that warning, nobody ate seeds.
No,
You did. I mean,
People still ate sunflower seeds.
eating
back then?
seeds.
Yeah. The seeds.
I heard that episode not too long ago when I was listening to something. I still Brady just like not sure why that got you, Brady.
It did. It still does. Oh man. Now this one, I've told my children. I still stick to it. Showering during a thunderstorm will lead to your death, just like getting in a pool during a thunderstorm, because the water touching your body will. So yeah, we were told it was unsafe, and I still adhere to that.
But that's a real thing, isn't it?
While it's possible to be struck by lightning both walking around and outside of the shower, the odds of it truly happening are close to nothing, according to the National Weather Service. Despite most children being afraid of thunder during a storm, many Gen X kids were taught to fear lightning, with parents who were concerned about it traveling up the pipes while you were in the tub or the shower. I was told
Well,
that.
Well, I mean, some of the houses, the way they were built back then, I think, I mean, they used metal pipes and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, now the houses use PVC pipes and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, all plumbing has been replaced. So, do you guys remember? This is connected, but somewhat different. Do you guys remember always hearing about like dogs attracting lightning?
No.
So you stay away from your dogs during a thunderstorm.
No.
Yeah,
I
or keep
mean,
dogs away
my
from the
dog-
windows. In hindsight, I'm not sure why a dog would be any more of a conductor of electricity than a human, but maybe.
Yeah, golden retriever is not literal.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is maybe a leash. Leashes back then would have had, they weren't as plastic as they are. Maybe they would have had.
What Bree said. Sorry, go ahead. Do you look at her comment? Yes.
Yeah.
My father told me what her comment says. They weren't allowed to watch TV when it was storming outside because my dad said he physically saw a fireball come out of the TV once. It blew up a TV. I believe him. Something happened. I think there was probably a flashbang, but his description was he didn't want us 5 feet around the TV because the fireball would hit us if it got struck by lightning.
Well, plus we've talked before about our parents being that way. And it's kind of funny because I couldn't imagine my mom having the internet back then with all the stuff she claimed to have heard about happening to people. I don't know what she would have done had she actually had some sort of mechanism, some sort of vehicle to actually let her hear about it. Because you do see all types of crazy. Well, I was telling someone the other day, I have a student teacher right now. And we were talking about kind of things like parents being overprotective or whatever. And I mentioned my mom and how, I always tease my mom about always warning us that we were going to get hurt doing various things. And I remember she was talking about something and it sparked a memory of here recently of me hearing about a woman, I think it was in England, who tripped and fell while with, the metal straws that people use. It seems like mostly women use those like metal straws. She tripped and it jammed down her throat and killed her.
Oh,
and that's the exact type of story my mom would have claimed to have heard about back in the day.
Eric,
having no evidence whatsoever that it actually happened.
Yeah. We were told
same way with the person that got killed on the beach here a few years back with the umbrella. Pole.
Yeah.
We were told by Coach Lewis during driver's ed that a guy had a precision screwdriver and he kept it on the visor of his car and he hit something and it went through and impaled his throat and went all the way through and killed him.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, it's funny because I thought it was just my mom. And then and then I remember you got your stories. And then I remember this was my adult years, my cousin hanging out with him and with my aunt, who I thought was my coolest aunt ever, but she was. But he was telling a story about one time he and his buddy were wrestling, and his mom came in and warned them and told him to stop. That one of them was going to lose a testicle, and they thought that was the most. They thought that was the most specific, random, weird thing, and they questioned her obviously. And she's like, "Yes, I read a story about someone who was wrestling around with whatever and lost their testicle." So
maybe torsion.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is I blame Reader's Digest. I think that's what they read to find out this stuff back in the day.
So Brady, I didn't necessarily want to be at your house during a thunderstorm either because, it's good we were in the basement, but how do you have a 75-foot tall ham radio antenna off the side of the house?
My dad's CB ham radio antenna was like a giant monstrosity that picked up signals from Belarus on a clear night. I'm making that one up, but you get the idea. But anyway, that thing was like a track. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So there's another place. Speaking of that, there's another place where you never tread. Never tread in the ham radio room in the basement.
Oh, his CB room? No.
Oh,
first off, I can imagine the money. I'm sure it was expensive stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I just read your story, and I'll be honest with you, that's kind of shitty. So, one parent, Eric, if you want to read it.
Oh, which story did I miss it?
Right. Well, we talked about Bree with the TV, and then the next one down.
Oh, okay.
Right. It was talking about the shower thing.
She said, another thing I got in trouble for once, one parent told me not to shower during the storm. The other parent said it was stupid, and I got in trouble for not being clean. For being clean and being ready for bed on time. I assume that's what she meant.
Celia, I don't know.
We had to unplug our televisions during the storms and pull the plug away from the plug and in front of the TV so the lightning wouldn't follow the cable and electrocute us.
Your parents were ahead of their time. They had seen the Oh shit!
Final
what's the-
Destination.
the Final Destination, long before the Final Destination. Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say.
Which feeds right into the next one on the list. Us Gen Xers were way more afraid of piranhas and barracudas.
And quicksand.
Quicksand, yeah. And I was going to say quicksand.
That's coming. That's coming. But piranha and barracudas, well, so much so that the one time that I did go scuba diving, I nearly had a panic attack. Because I like being in the sea. I'm one with the ocean. And as I was descending, there was 4 or 5, a school of barracuda. They're long. They're going there. They got their teeth all out. And I'm like, my terror of barracuda as a Gen Xer. And, I was convinced there was piranha in Eagle Creek.
The albatross and whales, they are your brothers. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
What
I gotta be
song is
honest.
that from?
I have a confession. I was never afraid of barracudas. Piranha, yes. I
Well,
don't know if it was because
There were movies.
right
Oh,
there was a
yeah.
piranha movie. Has there ever been a barracuda movie?
There was a heart song.
There's the Rescue 911, which I also watched
Oh Lord.
right before I went. When the person was deep sea fishing and the barracuda leapt from the water onto the boat and
Oh,
lashed on the
my
lady's
Lord.
hip.
Okay. I love me some good, medical based TV.
Yeah.
911, I just had to give that show up because I could no longer suspend disbelief enough. And it hit me when there was a tsunami at Santa Monica Pier, and one of those people survived it by holding on to a lamppost. No, I cannot suspend my disbelief anymore.
Was that I'm getting 911, Rescue 911, and Unsolved Mysteries. Who was Robert Stack? Did he do
And
911?
he was Unsolved Mysteries.
Unsolved
He was
Mysteries.
Unsolved
Who was
Mysteries.
was there a host for Rescue 911?
There was, but I can't remember who it was.
I can't recall. It was just more like the stories,
Brady's talking about the recent 911, the TV show that's based upon police and firefighters.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
The TV,
Not the
TV
Big in the
drama.
90s. Big in the 90s.
yeah, not real life TV.
Well,
like
I'm talking about the same
Rescue
Well,
thing.
it
Right?
was.
No, he's talking about the old Rescue 911.
Oh, you are? I thought you were talking
Yeah,
about like
yeah.
the-
That actually happened. They were little
Oh.
segments where the
Right. Same
and the
I
lady
think
got
they did. Well, they brought Unsolved Mysteries back. Have they brought Rescue 911 back?
that. I don't know.
I don't know
That I
about
don't
that.
know.
There's
It's-
probably a Pluto channel for it though. You can watch every episode
Yeah.
24 hours a day.
Isn't what's his name? Is he the host of the when they brought back the Unsolved Mysteries? Isn't that
Walsh.
no
John Walsh was
Captain Kirk?
Oh, William Shatner.
Is,
Yeah.
is the Shat? Is he the host of that or not?
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
He was the host of Rescue 911, wasn't he?
He
See,
might have been.
I'm all right. I'm gonna Google it. You guys carry on.
Okay. Here is another one that I passed on to my children, and I learned something when I read this because I've been wrong my entire life. Here it goes. Turning on a light in a car. We've been told that it's against not only state but federal laws that you cannot turn a light on in a car. And many Gen X kids are riding without seatbelts and kicking their feet in a truck bed, living a very different time with regulations, but we still harbored irrational fears about things like turning on the interior lights. So yeah, and I even remember like when I do it, I will look around to see if there's like a highway patrolman or something. If I have to turn it on, like if I, drop it's real, but it's really not against the law. Who knew?
Well, they make little lights for you to turn on now.
Yeah.
They weren't on the
I-
old cars.
I gotta say, Eric, hats off to you, my friend. April 18th, 1989, and ended on August 27th, 1996. The series was hosted by William Shatner
Thank you.
and featured reenactments and occasionally real footage of emergencies that often involved calls to 911.
Look up the Barracuda attack.
Well,
But
would be the best way to look that up. Rescue 911. Bear.
Can't do a segment and not play Barracuda by heart.
How do you? Okay, I got it.
And yes, Bree, I want to highlight this comment here. You have missed us. Racquetball to being impaled. Yes, that's where the conversation on this show goes. You've forgotten us, haven't you?
how random it could be.
Are you talking about chiggers?
Chiggers. Little red bugs digging into your skin and drinking your blood.
Isn't that true? What do you mean until recently? Isn't that true still? Did they stop
I mean,
on that?
I've had a chigger. They bury places you don't want them to bury. Usually, like not on the junk, but on the loins, the creases. If you were sitting on the grass, you get a chigger. It's awful.
See, that's where you guys don't sit on grass. I'm an anti sit down on grass type person. I'm not one of those like
Got to have me a chair.
right.
Well, I mean, as a kid, it hasn't happened as an adult.
Okay, I was going to say because I haven't sat on grass in probably 30 years. First off, you'll get grass stains on your pants, and I pay too much for my pants to get grass stains on them. But I've never gotten put that in your pipe and smoke it, Brady. No, I haven't had a chigger get past my ankle. I don't think I
was sitting on the grass and it got in my creases, and I wanted somebody to take me out and end me because it was the worst itch ever.
Brady, you could have been sitting in a lawn chair that got in your creases. If you know what I mean.
Anyway. God.
I knew Eric.
Yeah, that puts me in a bad position. I can't defend or repel. No, either way I go.
I'll be honest with you. We tease you, but it's nothing to be ashamed of.
But, okay. On to the next one. Speaking of dropping and rolling, our obsession with stop, drop, and roll.
Brady, I found it though, real quick. Barracuda Barrage.
Barracuda Barrage
was the episode. Third story from the 21st episode of season 5.
Be specific.
Yeah. Hang on a second. It aired March 15th, 1994. You want me to fill you in on the story? In July 9th, 1993, Nadine Clower was vacationing on a houseboat off the coast of Islamorada, Florida. Does that sound right? Islamorada?
Islamorada.
No. What is it? It's
Islamorada.
Islamorada. How you say it? Islamorada, Florida, with her husband, Terry, her 2 sisters, Judy and Elizabeth, and brother-in-law, Freddie McFalls. Judy, Elizabeth, and Freddie were fishing off the front of the boat when Freddie said he had a barracuda.
It sounds like the beginning of a joke.
I was going to say, hey, I got a barracuda. I got a snake. Nadine came out with a camcorder as he tried to reel it in, and it jumped out of the water and bit her 5 times. Bop, 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 bop.
Just like that.
Just exactly like that. That's it. That's all it says.
Yeah.
Doesn't tell us whether she lived.
I saw that one.
Now you got to do a search on Facebook for that woman. See if she's still alive.
We can ask.
Yeah, I'll do that off air. We'll have to get back with you on that one. Go ahead, Brady.
But stop, drop, and roll. While many Gen X kids in the 70s and 80s were taught about fire safety, the stop, drop, and roll commercials by Dick frickin' Van Dyke, he taught us about the stop, drop, and roll.
Speaking of 100 years old.
Yeah, yeah. The thing is, it's statistic. It's sound in practice, but just never.
When does the opportunity present itself to do it? Like we were taught a lot more that was a possibility than it actually is.
Yes. But maybe that's why it didn't happen very often, because we were taught it was a possibility.
Yeah, could be.
Which leads us right to, since you guys had already mentioned it, quicksand.
quicksand.
We were led to believe, and this is a meme and everything, that we were told there was going to be more quicksand in the woods behind mom and dad's house on the way to the creek. I remember my cousin saying, "Don't say that is quicksand," and I wouldn't go around it.
I
I
remember you
mean,
telling
the
me
Brady
that.
Bunch,
Was it
Batman,
actually quicksand?
Probably not. Have you ever seen quicksand since?
Quicksand was a
like-
South America thing, wasn't it?
I don't even know. I just know that we were, like I said, via the Brady Bunch, Batman, any Saturday morning cartoons. It was always, quicksand this and quicksand that. Gilligan's Island, everything involved quicksand. We thought it was going to be lurking around every corner.
Right.
So you knew you had to stay still, don't fight it, small movements, have someone throw you something. Don't try to fight it and swim, but reach for something. There's all these, we knew it
Typically,
all.
you had to reach for a vine that was swinging,
Yeah,
a la Pitfall.
yeah,
And apparently, you only sink if you like struggle.
right.
Like you can stand
Well,
there and just.
I mean, shit. We all saw the Neverending Story.
Oh yeah.
What was the
Oh.
what was the horse's name?
Yeah, I still get teary thinking about that.
Oh
man.
my gosh.
It's not Atreyu.
Atreyu was
big
the boy.
dog.
Atreyu was the boy.
I thought Atreyu was the big dog, flag
That was
dog.
the boy. The Luck
Okay.
Dragon? That was no. Atreyu was the boy. I'm getting
Okay.
ready to get yelled at by Celia because I know she knows this and it's probably going to be
all right.
Atreyu.
I have a quicksand fact when you're ready.
Go
Okay.
ahead. I'm just looking up the cast or the characters.
So physicists have calculated that the force required to extract your foot from quicksand at a rate of 1 centimeter per second is roughly equal to the force needed to lift a medium-sized car.
Get out.
You get right
I'm
out
gonna
of
be
town.
afraid again.
One genuine danger is that a person who is immobilized in quicksand could be engulfed and drowned by an upcoming tide. Quicksands often occur in tidal areas, but even these types of accidents are very rare. So struggling does not cause you to sink more. As a matter of fact, it causes more water to get into the creases, which makes it easier to get out. Just in case you
Okay.
ever encounter the quicksand.
Right. In case your creases ever get attacked again, Brady, by either the sand of quickness or the chiggers.
And you may
So-
get chiggers by being in the quicksand.
Right. Is
So-
Bree,
Yeah.
Bree, are you telling us that Artax is the name of the horse?
That
hard
sounds like
tack.
familiar. Yeah.
What's funny is looking at the cast of the Neverending Story. First off, I did not know that Gerald McRaney was in it.
Really?
I'd forgotten that. Major Dad.
Major Dad.
Yeah. Simon.
And then
Simon.
looking at the names of some of these, so there was a guy named Deep Roy.
Deep, and that's his
Deep
name,
Roy.
Deep Roy.
His name was Deep Roy. That sounds like that might be his adult film name. But oddly enough, he played a character named Teeny Weeny.
No.
I'm not joking. Hang on a minute. Unless his name's Teeny Weeny and he played a character named Deep Roy, I don't remember what this character from the story. You know what? That's got to be. You have to go on set and say, like the director has to be like, we have a character or an actor named Deep Roy here. We have to create a really fun name for him for this show. It's called Teeny Weeny. But then Tylo Bruckner played Night Hob. There's just some odd names here, but look, I got to look up Deep Roy.
Be
Oh, you better
careful.
watch
Be
out.
careful.
FBI might come knocking.
Let me get to the number one irrational fear that we were taught and we had questions about. I could still hear In Search Of with Leonard Nimoy's voice in that disturbing sound. But the Bermuda Triangle,
Oh yeah.
we thought it was, and I have been on a boat that's caught the tip of the Bermuda Triangle, and as soon as they said that, I was uncomfortable. But it's probably just storms when they didn't have meteorology. That was the deal. But still,
Okay. Let me do this here.
okay. What are we doing?
Hold on. Give me a
Yeah,
moment.
Deep Roy.
Hold
You're bringing
on.
up Deep Roy.
Hold on. No, I'm doing something else here.
Okay. But anyway, is anybody else afraid of the Bermuda Triangle?
I'm never near it.
Oh, Eric, I know what you're gonna do, and I'm gonna get nervous. That's it.
Earthquakes are nature's most frightening events. For when the Earth is at war with itself, there is no place to hide.
And you will die.
Oh
In search-
man, scary,
In search of chiggers.
scary,
You don't want them in your creases.
scary.
Creases. That is the most PG rated term you could have used for that, Brady. I tip my hat to you.
Actually, there's nothing. It's literally where your leg meets your pelvis, like
No,
the bendy
you're right.
part on an action figure. You know.
You guys, by the way, you know who Deep Roy is.
Well, I don't know about you, but now
First
we're not
off,
familiar.
He's 4 feet 4 inches tall.
How deep can you be?
Maybe he was deep in the quicksand.
He was about knee deep. He was teeny weeny in the Neverending Story. He was the Oompa Loompas in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh,
The
yeah, the original.
no. The Johnny Depp one.
Oh, okay.
Keenzer in Star Trek.
Star Trek.
He's
Star
also
Trek.
been in X-Files, Doctor Who, and Eastbound and Down. Maybe the funniest
Huh.
show ever.
Oh, love that show.
Anyway, I'm trying to I don't know if you guys can see, but I think
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
Teeny Weeny.
yeah.
That's Teeny
Okay.
Weeny who played, or that's Deep Roy who
Deep-
played Teeny
Deep
Weeny.
Roy.
So now you're gonna have to go down the Wikipedia timeline. Was his name Deep Roy, or do you think he was from another nationality where it was Deepandra Royavala or something like
No,
that?
because I neglected purposefully to not say his real name because it's Gurdeep Deep Roy. So
So
deep is like a
Spelled
it's,
Deep Roy.
it's DEEP
Oh,
ROY.
okay. I didn't know if it was gonna be DE Schwa
No.
ROIE or something.
But
Skycom.
his full name is Gurdeep, Gurdeep.
Gurdeep Deep Roy.
But he was born Mohinder Purba.
So they changed it to Deep
MOHINDER.
Roy?
Logical change.
Right. I mean,
Kind of like Arnold Dorsey went to Engelbert Humperdinck. What was he thinking?
right. I
That's
think
memorable.
TT Boy used the same.
All right, Bree. So I have to ask here, and I got to put this comment up. So, were you saying, meaning to say a lake in Michigan, or a different way to say Lake Michigan? The Lake of Michigan
The Lake of Michigan.
has a small
Many
Bermuda
eons
Triangle.
ago.
Uh,
I'm gonna start doing that with a lot of things. The Lake of Michigan. The Lake
I
of
like the Lake
Winoka.
We have the Lake of Erie, of course.
Yes.
Yes.
So I always find it interesting what we learn that has nothing to do with the topic.
Yes.
yep. I think I got shushed,
By who?
Bree.
Oh. You'll have
Anyway.
that, Eric.
Yes, we'll have
that
one.
was the end of my list.
Okay.
Good list.
Yeah. So we're 2 hours and 14 minutes in. You still want to do a game? Who you want to call tonight?
Game. Hell with it. We haven't done an episode in a month, 2 months.
Yes.
All right.
If we have nobody listening now, they'll listen later.
There's actually 10 people still with us.
And not only that, but I have a whole jar of suckers here.
Are there 10? How are you seeing that?
Yeah, how are you?
There's an eyeball that has a 10 beside of it on my
son of a biscuit eater. I've got that too. I've never noticed that.
I don't have it. Where's mine?
Wow.
You don't get one.
You ain't got no eyeball.
I ain't got no eyeball. All right, so the game. So do you all see the little Joshua Smith has liked our stream up there in the upper left-hand corner? So do I have something that you all don't?
No. Yes.
Thank you, Joshua Smith.
All right.
Brady, do you have your juice box?
I do not have a juice box tonight.
Well, you lose.
My progeny, they down the juice boxes. So
hopefully this game does not have any geography or nautical horse crap.
No.
let
Actually,
me see horse crap.
all right. So actually all three of us could play this.
Nice.
So we played this game before called The Heart and Brain with Yeti. All right, so
What's it called?
The Heart and Brain with Yeti.
With Yeti?
With Yeti.
Like
an abominable snowman.
okay. That's what I was wondering.
The abdominal snowman.
Abdominal snowman. All right, so you are going to get a multiple choice question, and it's going to give you a scenario.
Mm-hmm.
There are going to be 3 answers to that scenario. Now, none of the 3 may be what you actually would do, but you have to pick your best answer to the scenario. All right, so the first one to get 5 points wins.
Do we need a notebook?
A notebook. Why would you think you would need a notebook?
I just always ask if we need a pen, paper, notebook, placard.
No, I don't think so. I think if you just know what answer you would give, it'd be
Gotcha.
fine. All right. So just to give you a for instance, so let's say we start with Todd. So Todd would get the question. He would determine what his answer is. Brady and I would guess what Todd's answer to the question would be, or the scenario. Okay. So this scenario, again, this is just a example. What's a deal breaker when starting a new job? If the boss is really mean, if the boss micromanages, or if they don't give me at least 5 weeks vacation.
So it's multiple choice. We don't just come up with our own.
Correct. None of these may actually be a deal breaker that you would think about, but you would just have to pick the best answer for you.
Best answer. We're teachers.
I know what he's going to say before he does.
Does he?
Can you repeat the answer choices again, sir?
If the boss is really mean, if the boss micromanages, or if they don't give me at least 5 weeks vacation.
I have to go with micromanage. I hate it.
Well, I think you have to let us answer first what you would say.
Oh, I think you guys should say that I will go with micromanage because I hate it.
That's what I was going to say.
Well, that's
what
I was going to say.
I said I knew the answer before you did.
Yeah. So Brady and I would have gotten a point there. Make sense?
Makes sense.
All right. So let me get the scoreboard prepared. Hopefully the scoreboard fits on the screen. Drag it over here. There we go. All right. So Todd, you can still have the first real question. What is the slowest way to rob someone? Using a water gun and a turtle for the getaway ride. Using a musket that loads with a long rod.
Yeah.
Find a target, then follow them for their whole life, picking up all the change they drop.
Can you repeat the choices?
Using a water gun and turtle for the getaway ride. Using a musket that loads with a long rod. Or find a target, then follow them for their whole life, picking up all the change they drop.
Dang.
So, Todd, tell us when you're ready with your answer.
I'm ready with my answer.
Okay, Brady, what do you think he'll say?
I think he's going to go the practical route, where a long gun would be too messy, water gun too messy. I think he's going to follow around people and pick up their change.
Okay. I think he's going to say using a musket that loads with a long rod. Todd?
All right. Well, first off, Bree, it's hard to get drunk on iced tea and water. I mean, come on. Second thing, this game requires trust that I think only 3 friends of 35 years,
Ish.
in you guys' case,
50.
50 years, yeah.
Wow.
And you can trust me because I'm not going to change it to try to sway it.
That's troubling,
What?
Brady, that
Yeah,
we've been
50
friends
years?
50 years. Go ahead.
I'll be honest with you. I was going to say 40 plus. You guys are the ones that went 50. Now, you haven't been friends for 50 years, have you?
It is 50.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. You guys are older than I thought you were, but I digress. Brady got the point.
Brady got the point.
Yes. I would like to know, I think what would make this game even more interesting would be to know why you picked what you picked. So, Brady, why did you pick that answer?
Because you're not going to shoot anybody, and you don't like water guns because you don't like getting wet. So it just made sense that you could just track them around and pick up the stuff.
The second part definitely makes sense because I don't like to be wet, sticky, dirty.
Yeah.
I like my fingers greasy. Eric, why'd you pick what you picked?
I mean, the only thing I could say is I thought you might think the musket part was interesting. I mean, I
Right.
have
I mean, I am a
no
gun
reason.
owner and
Yeah.
a gun carrier, and so I could see that. So it's just kind of like Brady went the opposite. I wouldn't shoot anybody. Obviously not unless I had to, but Eric went the
Yeah,
route
yeah,
that I am a gun owner and a gun. Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah. All right. So Brady leading 1-0. Brady, the question is yours.
Yes.
If you could add a new word to the English language, what would it describe? The overwhelming feeling I get when I see a puppy. The feeling of starting a new book. Or the time you spend in bed thinking of every possible thing that could go wrong.
I've got my
I know
answer.
my answer.
So, Brady, you have your answer?
I do.
All right. So I'll go first.
You go first, Eric.
And if you want to add that part, Todd, we can add that part here. When we give our answer, we'll say why we chose
Yeah,
that.
I just think it's fun.
Brady is a major dog lover, as you both are. I think he would want a word that would be the overwhelming feeling he has when he sees a puppy. So that would be my choice.
I agree, and that's the exact reason I was going to give is that Brady's a dog lover. We all know that dogs at one time or puppies. So I went with that as well. The book one. Here we go. Slow in.
There you go. Do you just do a mic drop there? Is that your answer?
Well, Say has a good point. Like that'd have been tougher for me. I'm a big reader, but I'm also a big dog lover. I think we all knew the third answer wasn't going to be it.
Correct.
Not that
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Brady is immune to worry because we all worry, of course. But yeah,
The book thing is relevant. It can be. That is really cool, especially when I get into one of my faves. But the puppy thing is kind of like, yeah, I'm a dog guy.
All right. So dog it is, and we're all tied up at 1. All right. This one's for me. How would you ask your boss for a raise? Say, pretty please.
is this for me? Are you Eric?
This is my question.
Okay.
What am I going to pick? Show them my progress and why I deserve it. Or at gunpoint.
And what was the question again?
How would you ask your boss for a raise?
I got my answer almost immediately.
I have my answer.
You go first, Todd.
So, Eric is a collected, data-driven, fact-based individual. Eric is a collector of truths. Eric is going to go B. Eric is going to come to that question or come to that request with backup. He's going to be well equipped. He's going to have lots of ammunition ready. Or he wouldn't go there to begin with.
Literal ammunition?
No,
At
not
gunpoint?
literal.
No.
Brady?
Took the words out of my mouth. You're going to have charts, figures, and data.
Charts.
Charts. And so, yes, that is my answer also.
That question was way too easy for you too.
Eric, don't say please. to
It might
anybody.
as well have been Eric's favorite band ever.
Or
is-
what does Eric say when he drives into Eastgate Mall?
Incoming traffic does not stop.
Or who is Eric's favorite field goal kicker? Shit.
Fire, fire.
Field goal kicker.
You go. Yeah. All right. You two have gone ahead 2-1. You got an incredibly easy question. And that shows I'm just going right down the line here.
Right down the line.
Todd,
Yes.
if you are what you are. Okay, let me try it again. If you are.
You came out aggressive there.
I did. If you are what you eat, what are you? Delicious?
If red velvet cake is on there, then
Red
This is
velvet
fixed.
cake is not on here. Delicious, healthy, or chicken tenders?
can you repeat the question?
If you are what you eat, what are you? Delicious, healthy, or chicken tenders? Brady.
I gotta see it.
Oh,
That is not on the list either.
How
The show within the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Do you have your answer?
I just sent you guys an answer.
Okay,
Come on.
Takashi.
Come on, Booger.
Uh,
Can you repeat the answer? Can you repeat the answers? I'm sorry.
delicious, healthy, or chicken tenders?
Oh my god! It's so depend. Oh, sorry, you guys. I'm not supposed to sway you. You guys pick.
You
I
just
have
gotta
my
tell us-
answer.
You have your answer. Okay.
I know he does love some chicken tenders and everything, but I'm going to, based on his current, what I've been getting messages about and everything, I'm going to say healthy.
And again, that is exactly what I was going to say, almost verbatim. If you're talking about 9:32 p.m. on January 27th, 2026, healthy is the answer.
I am on one of my eating right, exercising type things. Hence the sucker and the iced tea.
That's what I was going
Um,
to. Just had a
But-
I think
comment.
Bree was calling me out on the iced tea.
Well, she said, as he eats a lollipop.
yeah, it's a diet lollipop.
Right.
It is orange flavored. That's a cutie. Sorry, it's small. But I gotta say, gentlemen, and I'm being completely honest, straight down the middle. I picked chicken tenders. And here's why.
Ooh.
Chicken tenders is a go-to meal wherever you go. If you're at a new place, a place you've been before, and you just can't decide, chicken tenders are always safe. Apparently, obviously, fast food chicken tenders we already talked about.
That's solid reasoning.
That's
And
solid
chicken
reasoning, I
tenders are
agree.
also not terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm trying to watch my calories and I got a few chicken tenders, especially if I got them naked or grilled, which I'm a big fan of the Chick-fil-A grilled nuggets. that type of thing. Grilled. Apparently, Cane's has naked nuggets or naked
really?
tenders. Naked tenders.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I did not know that.
So I think when I think of chicken tender, I think of across the board. They could be breaded, they could be naked. So that kind of fits into all of it. So I did say chicken tenders. Sorry, fellas.
So asking for a ruling here, is the Kyle King rule in effect? If the person stumps the other two, does
Yeah,
that
he gets
person
the
get a
point.
point?
I think so.
Absolutely.
Kyle King rule in effect, deep effect.
All right. So Todd goes ahead 3-2 to 1. Brady.
See.
This is a great question for you.
Oh, God.
How would you describe your feelings towards broccoli? Horrified, delightful, or indifferent?
Horrified.
Brady. You're
Shish.
I mean,
Give
that's
me
what I
another
was going
one,
to
I'm
say.
sorry. Yeah.
I didn't hear the question, but I'm going to go with horrified. Pick a
Dang
new
it, I'm
card.
sorry, guys. I'm
Pick
sorry.
pick a new card.
New cared paired. All right. What's a good way to stop the hiccups? Drink water upside down, bite into a lemon, or hold your breath until you pass out.
I've got my answer.
Todd, do you need any repeating?
No, just so you know, Bree, a naked chicken tender doesn't have breading.
Oh, she asked what that was.
It's grilled, essentially.
Yeah, grilled tender.
Am I going first or you, Eric?
Me, if we're going in order that we are on the screen.
ahead.
So, I would say Brady's practicality would say drink water upside down. Not sure if I'm right about that, but
Well,
Uh,
so I have seen Brady in action. It's not what you think. I've seen Brady in action, and Brady has a special talent. And I guarantee you, when you were reading
Only
this
one.
question- well, he has multiple, but when you were reading this,
Thank you, Tom.
I guarantee you he was thinking there needed to be a D option. And that D is Brady's technique. I've seen Brady diminish, make disappear, vanish, defeat many a hiccup with his technique. But we didn't mention that technique, Brady, so we got to go with something. And I agree with Eric that drinking water upside down would be something that I think would fit into your technique the best.
I did not love any of those answers, but that you are correct, gentlemen.
All right. Unfortunately, Todd is in the Fairbairn.
Unfortunately,
He's in the barn.
4-2. Todd? No, wait.
4-2. That sounds like something the Swedish chef would say. 4-2.
4-2.
4-2.
More than me.
So Bree says sugar gets rid of hiccups. See, if that were the case, I would never have the hiccups.
Exactly.
Or do you mean like straight sugar? Or is there a certain way you intake that sugar? Brady, tell her your technique.
So I was sharing this technique legitimately. I am the hiccup whisperer. I've had
The hisper.
kids sent to my room to like at school to do this stuff. It's just like you find the third vertebrae and I just kind of make a C shape with my hand and tap like it's not hit hard, but it just disrupts the electrical impulse that goes up the spine, which ceases the spasm. Where it doesn't work is if somebody has like acid reflux or something like that causing it, where if it's more esophageal, but if it's the kind of the good old fashioned spasm kind, I've got about a 75% cure rate.
I've seen it.
Thank you,
It's
Tom White.
impressive.
Interesting.
Yeah. Have you seen it, Eric? Have you seen Brady in
I have.
action?
I have not. I'm not occasioned to have hiccups around him or see anyone get hiccups around him.
Yeah. It's a sight to see Brady in action. He swoops in.
Swoop. All right. So this is my question. Again, shows I'm going right down the line here. What's a disadvantage of being really good looking?
Well, I tell you, I don't mean to take over this answer, but it's really not that. I'm sorry. You knew it was coming, folks.
Give you the Judge Smails. Not knowing if someone likes you for you or your looks. Never being taken seriously. Or I wouldn't know.
Say the first one again.
Not knowing if someone likes you for you or your looks.
So this is a tricky question because we don't want to come off as too vain.
You're so vain.
Fairbairn. What are you sucking there, Eric? Was that a Dr. Pepper cherry?
Dr. Pepper cherry, 0 sugar.
It's odd because it looks orange.
Orange.
It does look orange.
Does it look orange to you, Brady?
Very orange.
Must be that greenish tint that I have in my camera that you told me about.
Yeah, it definitely looks orange. Because I'll be honest, when you first brought it onto the scene earlier, I thought it was orange Dr. Pepper, and I thought, what is that? Like, Brady, what'd you have there? Some sort of
Furniture
nautical.
polish. It just happened to be orange and lying here. So. Oh, the way that was funny.
You broken Todd with furniture polish.
It was just sitting there and being orange, and I picked it up.
Brady, if you're anything, you're an opportunist, man. That was fantastic. Oh my
Mm.
gosh. I seriously thought it was one of those damn, like, I don't know, energy type drinks.
Celsius. Yeah, yeah.
Something. Yeah.
With a
Well, you know,
skinny can.
I wish it was a mandarin orange slice, but it isn't. Do you need me to repeat anything?
I do. I'm sorry.
I figured since you were
Oh.
broken there for a moment.
Brady did it. It's his fault.
What's a disadvantage of being really good looking? Not knowing if someone likes you for you or your looks, never being taken seriously, or I wouldn't know.
Is it my turn?
Yes. And I do have my answer, by the way. So, yeah.
I have my answer. And my answer is based on reality.
Am I about to be insulted?
No, not at all. No.
Okay.
That did sound
just-
like your answers.
I just needed to gird my loins
Yeah.
for that if I was about to be
Your answer's
insulted.
absolute. Your answer's absolute hog shit. Mine is perfect. No, what I'm saying is, I am not a. I will say that you guys experience this. If you're the type of person that is a jokester, if you're known as the funny guy, I think you struggle being taken seriously. I was the class clown in school. We need some like sad music. Can we get some violins playing here? Yeah, like if you guys don't mind. I was the class clown in school. I was I made people laugh. That's what I did. That's how I got girls. That's how everything I did. I made people laugh. So I think after a while, you struggle being taken seriously. So I imagine that it's very similar when you are the good-looking one in the crowd, the good-looking one in the group. I would think it would be hard to be taken seriously. So I'm going to go with that. I think it was B, the second option.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So I tried to take my reality and put it with, which is not that, hey, I was always the good looking one, but I was always the class clown, the jokester. So therefore, like, it's hard to be taken seriously when you're the jokester.
You were superimposing your reality onto me.
Right. But I was trying to cross categorize it, if you will.
Okay.
Because I think it's very similar.
Brady,
No, you got to go.
it's my
No,
question.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm vacillating between a couple, and Todd brings a very, very good argument. But I'm going to go back to Eric is very data driven and analytical. And would he be analyzing, do they like me for me or just my stunning machismo and good looks? And that would be in the back of his mind because he's analytical. I'm going number one.
It's interesting that you two have different answers for this.
I was going back and forth.
I mean, we three handsome men, you would think this question would be a home run for us, a layup,
Well,
but it's not.
and interestingly enough, ironically enough, not in the Alanis Morissette kind of way, but actual irony, you kind of alluded with that comment right there as to my real answer, which you both were wrong about.
Oh.
Since I do not feel like I am good looking at all, my answer to that would be I wouldn't know. Not in a serious sort of way, but in a sarcastic sort of way.
You stop that right now.
I wouldn't know how.
Right. You're
What's
a
the
handsome
disadvantage?
feller, so shut the hell up, sir.
Yes, right.
Well, which is interesting because, like, it kind of encompassed all of our answers. Like, you in a sarcastic way, which goes back to what I was saying, as in when you use sarcasm, when you use humor with everything you answer, people don't take you seriously. Well,
Right.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
yeah. We still have 7 people. Guys, this is as deep as we get. So we hope
Yeah.
you guys are
Right.
knee deep in this right now.
All right. So it's
Knee
4
deep,
to
Roy.
3. Deep Roy.
Knee deep, Roy.
4 to 3 to 2. Brady, you're bringing up the rear.
I'm a win.
I'm a gonna win.
I'm a going to win. Yeah. No, I'm a win.
My name is Luigi. I'm a gonna win. All right, Todd, this is your question.
Ready.
You wake up, look in the mirror, and see you have a third eye on your forehead. Now what? You go buy cool new glasses for my 3 eyes. You channel my third eye and see into the universe. Or you poke it until it goes away.
I got to text you guys something.
The show within the show.
Available for $25 a month at Patreon. No, I'm kidding.
Maybe we should no. I don't know, maybe we should open that up to the audience. What are these guys texting each other? See if you can guess.
Well, please don't listen.
Yeah, see how well our audience knows us. That could be a scary proposition.
Which is odd because that would allude to the fact that I don't have one. I just realized I burned myself with my text.
Yes, you did.
Todd, do you have your answer?
No.
Okay.
Can you repeat the answer choices? I know I wake up with a third eye.
Yes. Go buy cool new glasses for my 3 eyes. Channel my third eye and see into the universe. Or poke it until it goes away.
Okay, I am a poker by nature.
Are you giving your answer before we do?
Nope. Nope, not at all.
Did you just take the 3 responses and put them down to 2? Is that what you just did?
I don't know.
That's what I heard. No, Brady, I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear a thing.
Go ahead.
If he had sprouted a third eye on his forehead, just poking it out would be painful. I don't think Todd's into inflicting ocular pain, even if it's in his forehead. Now, say the first one for me verbatim, Eric, because I want to make sure I've.
Go buy cool new glasses for my 3 eyes.
See, I don't think he would want to get glasses for his tries. See what I did there?
Well played.
Thank you. I think it's going to be the second one, but I've been on a little bit of a philosophical trip lately, so that might color my answer.
Okay. I would also say number 2 because I feel out of those 3 choices, obviously he alluded to the fact that he was not going to poke it out when he started to give his answer before he did. I think he would relish in being a soothsayer and being able to see things that maybe other people don't. Todd, what say you?
You guys are both right. Pick a second option.
Okay.
What I was going to say before I don't feel like I said too much. I mean, although Eric alluded to what I said there, I still don't think I gave too much there. I like to poke the bear, but I don't like to poke my own bear. And I don't like to poke my own bear's eye. But I do like to think that I am a deep thinker. and then I like to think outside the box. So therefore, that's all the second one was based on.
All right. So now Todd and I are both in the Bairn.
In the Bairn.
It all comes down to me and my
All right.
response.
It's lonely in the Bairn, Brady.
It's lonely outside the Bairn,
It's
Brady.
lonely. That's what I meant. Yeah, it's lonely not in
It's
the Bairn.
cold outside the Bairn.
Especially tonight.
It's cold and lonely in the deep dark
Bairn.
Bairn.
I can see paradise by the dashboard and learn.
That's a little song by Meatloaf.
It's like that real you said. It's real. How about a little round? All right, Brady.
Yes, sir.
If you were a chicken, how would you spend most of your free time? Roaming around in the sunshine, planning my escape, or comparing the other chicken's breast and thigh sizes?
Game over.
Yeah, we're done. Okay, I got it.
Okay. Todd, are you ready?
I need to hear him again. I
I
was
figured,
texting you
I figured you did. All right. So Brady's question was, if you were a chicken, how would you spend most of your free time? Roaming around in the sunshine, planning my escape, or comparing the other chicken's breast and thigh sizes?
See Brady's text.
Not trying to be rude.
Yeah, you are.
Oh shit. I have my answer.
Easy there, easy.
Easy there. Don't get a rating.
Easy. I'm TV 14.
All right, Brady. I would say you're a guy that likes sunshine. So I think you would like roaming around in the sunshine. I think that's how you'd spend most of your free time. Now, occasionally I think you may do the third option, but I don't think you would spend all your time doing the third option. So my choice is the first option, roaming around in the sunshine.
There's two things that I know Brady likes: jerk chicken and tropical weather. Sunshine. Brady is a sunshine guy. The man will not eat mayonnaise, but he will lay out in the sun all day long. Picking A.
Brady?
I am definitely solar driven poultry. So you fellows are both right.
All right.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
The barn has exploded.
Okay, Brady. Considering we have a tie, the way we're going to deal with this tie, you're going to get another question.
Okay, fair enough.
Todd and I are going to try to answer it.
It's an old-fashioned
No.
duel.
Yes, it is.
Eric and I are currently back to back. We're going to take 13 steps and turn around and fire
Fire.
like fire burn in his fingers.
All right, Brady.
Yes.
Where would you take someone on a first date to try to impress them? A go-kart track, an art museum, or a cemetery to remind them it could be worse?
Okay, I got it.
He's got it.
All right. Honestly struggled with this.
I did too. I mean, you telling me that you're struggling is making my struggle even more. But I got to lock in. I'm locking in.
Okay. I feel as though the third answer is not a possibility. So we're down to 1 and 2.
Right.
I feel as though he may want to come off as refined to a first date. Now, the to me, these are assuming that the date would like either one of the top two things here, the first two choices. But I'm thinking he would want to come off as refined in some way in his mind, trying to impress the fair lass on the first date. So with that, I will say choice number 2, an art museum. Todd, what say you?
I had to send you guys a text.
There once was a man from.
I got to be honest with you guys. We have 9 people in the room. If you could somehow hear an unedited, unrated, if we could share our thought, the texts we send are way, way better than anything we ever say.
Yeah. Play it by your after dark.
Right. We've talked about that, an after dark type thing. But being educators, we have to be careful, very careful.
Maybe after we all retire.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is going to sound like an insult, Brady.
Mhm.
I don't mean it as such. Brady is a music lover. He loves music. He loves pop culture. He loves movies of a certain, within a certain wheelhouse.
Genre.
I'm going to say, though, I don't think Brady is a broad lover of the arts. I know Brady doesn't love theater. He doesn't love, I don't see him as loving art in the forms of like painting, drawing, chalk, pen and quill, or quill and ink, that type of thing.
Oils.
Right. Well, so my option, I can't forget what the answer was.
Go-kart track.
I think Brady's going to go-kart track because Brady is a fun-loving, carefree guy. He doesn't usually make bones about, like, he makes no bones about the fact that he's not deep within the arts, that he just is like, oh my God, I love the arts. I want the arts all over me. But he is a happy-go-lucky, positive force of nature. And I think that makes him say, hey, while I'm not like a car guy, I'm not like a speed demon, we would have fun at some go-kart racing. So that's where he would go.
So I feel as though someone is going to win. Because I'm fairly...
Because
well,
he can't pick 3. If he picks 3, he's lying.
Well, exactly. There's no way he's picking 3.
All right. Without divulging, I had a difficult time answering this one because from my perspective, it's going to depend on, because I have gone down that route of trying to impress someone. I ended up eating a raw shrimp and about yacked because I didn't want to say I ain't eating that. I had to save face. But I've also gone the other route of being too fun.
He
kind of
really
passed
ate
off
some
as-
shit. Let me
What?
try again. He really ate some raw shrimp.
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't raw. It was like shrimp cocktail and yeah. Anyway,
And to throw
but I
back to
didn't
my
wanna-
favorite episode ever, by the way, with the Donato's joke there.
So I've fallen into both camps now. I do love me some go-karts. It is fun. I am in music now. There's a couple things. There's one thing, Todd. I like theater. I just oh man, Celia, I'm sorry. I'm just not as big of a huge Rent fan. Like I didn't love that one. It's okay. But I know I like theater. I've always sworn that. Well, one of 'em made a liar out of me. I always wanted to try to be in 1776, but that wasn't going to work out
Hey,
logistically.
I just saw where at the Warsaw Incline Theater, they're assumed they're having auditions for 1776. Brady, you should go try out for it.
Yeah,
They're having him in Fayette or Maysville
in
too.
Maysville
Really?
too. Yeah, I
You
was
should go
gonna.
audition. We should all three go audition. A play it by ear.
I'm
cast.
telling you, if I were
Yeah.
retired, I would have done it.
Yeah.
Because Brady made a comment earlier that I was going to say a 1776 line too, because he talked about privies.
Yeah,
Well, Congress should have its own privy. There you go.
Would you audition to be George Washington?
He wasn't in 1776
Really? I've never seen
Yeah.
17. That shit. How is George Washington not in 1776?
because he was
he's
out
in
fighting.
battle.
He's out leading the army. This is about the
happened
Continental
to-
Congress.
Still,
They
Yeah,
mentioned
he's
George
mentioned.
Washington.
Yeah. But I do like art museums.
hang on a minute.
You're
You're going to tell me that musicals based on history aren't completely accurate. Are you telling me that Hamilton is not completely accurate?
my daughter loves Hamilton.
Well,
but
the
no, I-
accuracy is that George Washington was not at the Second Continental Congress.
I
It was
get it.
very,
I get
very
it.
accurate.
But still, he should be a prominent. I mean, he was a.
Well, he's mentioned several times.
Yes, I've never seen it, so I'm going off the.
It's good.
the
It's
fly
good.
here, yeah. We should
The
go
other
watch
one
it.
I would go for.
They
We can watch it on Pluto, I think.
Pluto.
Really?
Yeah.
well,
No, I
they
mean, we should go
actually-
watch it at Maysville.
Ah,
Well, they actually mentioned in the musical that they're going to see him at the Raritan River.
Really?
Yeah.
The Raritan liquor stand.
the other role I would go for would be as Alfred Packer and Cannibal the Musical.
Fudge. Packer.
Fudge.
You're a butcher, Butch.
So,
but
so Charlie says you're a beacher.
But here we go.
Different
Here's the gosh honest truth. If I was an 18 to 24-year-old man, I would definitely say go-kart. Today, and depending on it could go either way. I would play it based on who the girl was, but my choice was art museum
Yeah.
Bravo.
because I have a surprise. It doesn't come out much, but I could tell you my one of my favorite Matisses is at Cincinnati Art Museum.
So you're a
I like
closeted-
Rosenquist.
You're a closeted Ert fan.
Eric Fair.
No,
Eric
don't-
Fair.
Ert fan. You're an Ert fan.
My wheelhouse is like I can appreciate it all, but my favorite's kind of a little bit on the quirkier side. But I don't know.
I
That
got it.
it's complicated
went
because,
out
like
on
I
a
said, that
limb.
really does go either way. Either way, it would depend on the girl. But I chose the art one, and it was a
Here-
tough choice.
Here, Eric takes the win solidly. But I will say this. Here's what I thought about. Brady is in Florida.
Flair there.
He's in Florida. He meets a local Floridan. They go out on a date. I see Brady going to the putt-putt and the go-kart course before an art museum
Now, putt
in
putt
Florida.
was a standard good date.
Yes.
We have reasons.
Well,
Yes.
what
It was
about when they
always a standard
combined them?
date.
When they combined them, that was brilliant.
It was.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other activities, date night activities that were combined like go karts and putt and go kart.
Pete and Gear.
Like we didn't go bowling and cow tipping. Like there was no like combination.
Yeah, Bree, we didn't do that. Not much as you think we might have.
Right.
That's-
We're not Bill Hillies.
Bill
Hill Williams.
Hillway. I don't get
Mound Williams.
I don't get to do that much.
Yeah, there
I
you
don't
go.
I don't usually play.
Got to do the gotta do it.
All right. That was
That
fun.
was a good one, gents.
Hang on a minute. I see a comment. I could totally see Todd poking the third eye.
Is that right? Savannah. Okay. Well, good show, gentlemen, even though it happened in 3 parts, really. But, finally got to where we got everything in. I think we did a good recap. And
Sent you guys a text.
don't know what schedules will be next week. I do know that. Well, we'll talk about schedules later. But at any rate, good being back with y'all, and we'll get episode 203 out there as quickly as we can. Anything else for the good of the order, gentlemen?
Stay warm and stay safe.
Yeah, if you happen to listen, we have 8 people in the room right now. I don't know who you 8 are. 8 are.
Adar on
We
the radar.
thank you guys, and we've always said this. Our goal is to have as many people listen as possible. So if you're the 8, I want to just kind of like do a quick math problem here. If 8 of you share it right now, you guys know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, share the episode. Share the
Yeah,
Facebook
share the
Live.
episode. It
Share
doesn't-
the YouTube.
Compounding interest is the lesson here. Compounding interest. It only takes 8 of you to share it, and then those people share it with 8 people, and those people share it with 8 people. So you guys see what I'm saying? So
And so on and so on and so on.
right. So we appreciate the 8 people in the room right now, but we would appreciate so much more sharing it, because that is really what it takes, is just share it. And while you share it, maybe put a little like disclaimer, like, check these guys out, stay with these guys. If they talk about coleslaw for 20 minutes, it's worth the wait, that kind of thing. Just something along the lines of sell it. And we would appreciate it very, very much.
Yes. What he said. Anything from you, Brady?
All good. Just things are hanging around. It's good to be back. Our shenanigans and tomfoolery are back in action here.
All right. I want to remind you of our social media platforms and where you can listen and watch us. Social media, Facebook, X, and Instagrams. Listen and watch on YouTube's, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Twitch, Rumble, and iHeartRadio and the iHeartRadio app. So with that, we bid you a fair good night and
Adieu.
Adieu. And once again, stay warm. Someone take us out.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to the Play It By Ear podcast. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter at Play It By Ear Pod 2, and our website at anchor.fm/Play It By Ear podcast. Thanks again, and join us next time as we play it by ear.